And a good Friday evening to you, and we welcome you to Thunderdome. I'm Gary Schofield alongside Mike Basile as we get set for Federal Hockey League action between the hottest team in the FPHL, the Danbury Hat Tricks, and your Delaware Thunder. Mike, let's start with Danbury, a team that at the beginning of the season was in the same situation as Delaware, an expansion team starting anew. I don't think anybody envisioned that they'd be on top of the East and in the fashion that they've done it over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
No, they've been playing some incredible hockey. They've been probably the most fun team to watch. They go to Carolina, play the Commissioner Cup. My apologies, they went to that neutral site game, I should
Bloomington,
say,
yeah.
and play the team that was, unbeatable pretty much last year. They beat them twice in convincing fashion, 5-1 and 3-0. Now, those scores might have looked a little different. Thomas McGuckin was in net both nights. Night number 2, 64 saves for McGuckin. Absolutely incredible performance on both nights from him. And who won't be in net? We'll see Dylan Kelly tonight. Before he got called up to the SPHL, he was putting on quite a show for this Hat Tricks team. Seems like they have no problem in net. They're very sound defensively, and they can score goals too. Delaware's in for a tough matchup.
Now, of course, the Thunder visited Danbury just about a month or so ago. 2 hard-fought games that the Hat Tricks kind of took over in the third period of each of those games, but they were 1-goal games in the final frame. You got to see them in person. What stuck out for you for the Danbury side?
Well, I think the biggest thing that you'll see is the size of this team. They have a lot of size, whether it's up front or on the back end, and they're also fast. They bring a lot of speed. You got up front, you got Johnny Ruiz, you got Gordy Bonnell, 2 of the guys that bring the speed. You also have Nicola Levesque, who is a big body in front. He's a bit of a playmaker. He can also score. He's got 15 goals, 21 assists. He can kind of do it both, which is not great when you're coming up against him. And they get Corey Anderson back from the SPHL, who scored 15 goals as well this season. 6 scores over 20 points for this Hat Tricks team.
The other thing that stands out for me when you look at Danbury, they don't take a lot of penalties. I mean, they don't have their leading penalty minute holder is Corey Anderson with 47. Conversely for the Thunder, it's Jordan Clark's got 99. We've got 2 or 3 guys above 60 penalty minutes. So when you're playing discipline hockey and you've got all that scoring talent and guys on the back end that can control the net, it's a great recipe for winning.
Well, you stay off the PK, that means your top scorers can stay out there. Well, in this league, I've seen a lot of top scorers on the PK, but it's obviously not easy to score when you're shorthanded. So when you can get out 5-on-5 a lot of the game, on the power play sometimes as well, you can get those top scorers on the ice often, opposed to when you're in the box. You got to kill 2 minutes, then get back into your groove. It seems like Danbury stays in their groove all game long. They're not going to flash you with shots. They're not going to put up 200, crazy amount of shots or anything like that. They're going to be good quality shots. They get the puck to the front, they chip it in deep, and they go to work.
Now, on the other side, when we look at this Delaware Thunder team, it's easy to say they have been playing their best hockey of the season over the last month or so. They're winners of 4, their last 6. It almost felt like they were getting ready to take a step back. You had that loss 2 Saturdays ago here at Watertown where the Wolves really put it to them. And then Friday night, a game they get off to a good start, and then a hellacious second period on Friday night, and they get pounded by the Prowlers. But then they bounce back Saturday night, put together a solid effort to get back in the win column.
I think the resiliency is something we didn't see in the beginning of the season that we are seeing now. The team's coming together, like Coach Penn said in our pregame interview. Everyone's starting to buy into the system here. You have guys stepping up. Patrick Tundle's putting the puck in the net. Thomas Minicello has been the biggest difference from the beginning of the season to now. You have Eric Masters on a line with Ryan Marker as well, who's contributing with that. And obviously you have Ryan Marker. Most impressive stat I've heard in quite some time. We started this season 23 games ago. Ryan Marker has a point in every single game so far this season.
And he's been named the FPHL Rookie of the Month for the month of December. That's a great honor for Ryan. And the other thing that's telling about him is when he talks about that accomplishment, his first reaction is to thank his teammates and to thank the team for giving him an opportunity. He's a super humble dude and a great guy to have in your locker room. So let's get to your keys to the game tonight. Obviously, you got to look at Danbury as kind of the favorite coming into tonight. For the Thunder, how do you slow down that attack, and how do you come out tonight with a win?
Well, Danbury's a team that's averaging 4.8 goals a game. Obviously, that's quite an impressive number. You got to find a way to get that down. Delaware's has been able to put the puck in the net, but I don't think Danbury's a team you want to get into a shootout with. So when you look at the Delaware Thunder side of things, they're going to have to be very sound in that defensive zone, and it's tough to do against a team like Danbury. They're going to set it up. They're going to rotate. They're going to circulate that puck. They're going to get the high-scoring chances. They're going to need Aaron Taylor to be on his A game tonight as well, the starter in net for the Delaware Thunder. And on the other side of things, for the Danbury Hat-tricks, when things are rolling, you just got to keep moving like they're going. They need to play that sound defensive game. And like you said, they had 64 shots, Carolina, and 51 shots. But a lot of those shots came from way out the blue line, no second chances. McGuckin was good that weekend, don't get me wrong. But if they keep everything to the outside, they don't mind seeing 70 shots. If Dylan Kelly tonight will see it the whole way.
Excellent point. Let's get to the starting lineups for you. We'll start with the visiting Danbury Hat-tricks. Up front, they'll go with Carter
Shinkarek.
I'm going to mess that up for at least the first 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you right now, but I'll get to it. On the wings, you have Phil Bronner. On the right wing, on the left side, Nicolo Levesque, who, interestingly enough, at just 26 years old, a player assistant coach on this team, where you have a couple 28, 29, 30-year-old veteran players for the Hat-tricks. I found that to be sort of an interesting scenario.
Yeah, but Nicolo Levesque, he's a smart 25-year-old. He is a really good player. He also has the hockey sense. You'll see Nicolo Levesque, he'll find that weak spot in the defense. He'll find that lane where he can get through. He always has, he's one of those guys who's got the eyes in the back of his head. Drop pass always right on cue. He's a very smart player, and he's a team-respected guy. Everyone on the team seems to gather around him. When he's playing well, the whole team's playing well.
Starting on the blue line tonight for the Hat-tricks on the right, as Mike mentioned in our pregame, the size of Steve Brown. Left defense tonight is number 77, Aaron Atwell, which you may remember was here in a Danville Dashers uniform just a few weeks ago. He gets traded to Danbury, and they are going to make quite an impressive pair on the blue line, Atwell and Brown. They'll do well to protect the starting goaltender tonight, Dylan Kelly, who on the season is 5-1 with a .344 goals against average in just over 400 minutes of play. For your Delaware Thunder up front, it'll be Ryan Marker, who is the Rookie of the Month for the month of December, and comes in with a 23-point scoring, 23-game point streak. On the left wing, it's Eric Masters. On the right wing, Thomas Municello. Your defensive pairing to start, the captain, Charlie Penns, along with number 92, Daniel DeCristofaro. And as Mike mentioned, in net, we have Aaron Taylor, who comes in with a record of 7-14 and a goals against of .475. But again, he's played the third most minutes in the FPHL this year and has faced the most shots of any other goaltender. So plenty of action. Aaron Taylor has been much better than those numbers indicate.
I'll tell you, Aaron Taylor is a guy keeps this team in a lot of games. Aaron Taylor, very good that second night in Port Huron, 49 of 51. Once again, I wouldn't say a game that he stole for them, but a game that he definitely was steady and did his job once again. Aaron Taylor's a competitor. No matter how many shots come his way, he's going to do his best to keep them all out from behind him. And most nights, I'd say, he's done a pretty good job. I'm excited to see that new second line tonight. Patrick Tundle, Evgeny Demon, Anton Kalinin. Tundle's got some size, and he's looked very good in Port Huron with those two. I'm excited to see, and Nikita Sedenko, a new face to this lineup. He'll be on a couple lines, I heard, from what I heard in the pregame. He'll be up and down a little bit with the third, second line. He'll move his way in and around. He's got some good hands. He's quick, and he's a big body that can go to the corner and work.
Now with Alex Basie still out, the call-up of Igor Konchikov to Pensacola, how does that affect the defensive pairings tonight? We know we've got DeCristofaro and Penns. Where do they go after that?
Then it'll be Kieran Devine and Bryce Litke, and then Jordan Clark will be that fifth. So you'll probably see Jordan Clark that first shift with DeCristofaro or Penns. Then it will be whoever didn't play, Penns with Litke, and Kieran Devine on the next one with Ever. When they go 5D, you just got to rotate. You got to keep playing. And you know you'll see Penns on the power play penalty kill. Same thing with DeCristofaro. So those two are going to get a ton of minutes tonight, but they're very much used to it.
Something else to keep in mind tonight is that Danbury actually played last night in Watertown, came away with the victory. We'll have to see how fresh their legs are going to be. It's a bit of a travel from Danbury to Watertown and then here to Delaware. So we'll see if that affects them, especially early on in the game. Now let's turn things over to the PA announcer for our national anthem. Hannah Piccone with another rousing rendition of the national anthem tonight here at Thunderdome. We're just about set to face off. Don't forget, if you couldn't make it out to Thunderdome here tonight, we'll be right back here tomorrow night for the rematch with the Danbury Hat Tricks. 7:05 face-off. Get your tickets at DelawareThunder.com. Final thoughts before the starters come out for this opening draw?
Another packed house here at the Thunderdome. The Thunder will need the crowd behind them tonight. They play the hottest team in the league, the Danbury Hat Tricks. Danbury, like you said, just an expansion team like the Thunder. Some things are starting to fall together for Danbury, and you see it on the other side with the Thunder as well. Battle Creek got their first win, too. All these expansion teams slowly starting to find a little groove here. They're understanding the league. They're seeing it's more of a tough, gritty league than a flashy, dancy league.
Makes perfect sense. We'll see. I think, honestly, again, I think playing last night is going to matter. We saw the third of 3 nights affect the Thunder here 2 Saturdays ago. I think it's very important for Delaware to jump out early here on the Hat Tricks, and it may start with this opening draw. Again, Marker, Municello, Masters to Cristofaro and Pens, Bronner, Shinkarik, Levesque, Brown, and Atwell for Danbury. Delaware controls the opening draw. Masters works it around, and now Marker will throw it all the way in. Kelly plays it behind the net. He'll hold it up there and kind of just left it for no one. Was trying for Brown, but he got Municello. Came to Masters in the slot, but the puck bounces right over his stick. And here comes Levesque the other way for Danbury. He'll try to work around to Cristofaro, throws it in front, but finds the captain, Charlie Pens. He'll play it off the glass and back to center. Brown sweeps it ahead to the red line. Bronner will just play it in. It bounces off to Cristofaro's skate. Shinkarik tried to make a run at it. Levesque will play it deeper, but Pens comes up with it for Delaware. He fires ahead to Tundle. Patrick works through the neutral zone nicely across the blue line. Nice drop pass for Marker. His shot muted a bit by Tuma there, and Kelly makes the save behind the net. Ryan gets back to it, though, and plays it to Tundle. Tundle works around Tuma, backhand one in front, but a nice play defensively, and here come the Hat Tricks the other way. Johnny Ruiz will carry ahead. He works into the zone. Right circle, odd angle shot, but Taylor just shoulders that aside. Bronner now behind the net. He'll hold, throws it into the slot. Poke checked away. I believe that was Marker who got a stick on that, and here comes Tony Kalinin. He'll just dump it in deep.
Good shift from Patrick Tundle so far this shift. Getting the puck in deep, and Patrick Tundle seeing more ice time now, and he's making the most of it.
Outlet pass intended for Dearson was poked away. Kalinin will just play it back into the Danbury zone. It goes right through the feet of Thomas Freeman all the way into the corner, and the Hat Tricks will make a line change. Tuma works it ahead to Anderson. Anderson gets it back, across the blue line. He fires. His shot's blocked by Jordan Clark. Rebound is swept wide. I don't think Taylor ever saw that. But here come the Thunder the other way. Cutting loses his feet, but he gets it ahead to Evgeny Demon. Demon walks in from the slot. A quick shot. That's corralled by Dylan Kelly. Demon paid the price and took a shoulder for his effort there from Vladislav Gavrik.
Yeah, this is a big team, like we said, and Gavrik is definitely one of them who brings the size. You got Gavrik, Kasich, and Anderson on a line tonight. That is an absolutely huge line for the Danbury Hat Tricks.
Especially when you see Evan McIntosh in the face-off circle across from Anderson. You see the height advantage. Atwell will hold for Danbury. Plays it ahead to Koshik. Koshik back to center. Finds Taylor cutting, though. Taylor can't get it past Brown. Brown turns, looks for the outlet, gets it to Koshik. Koshik takes a big hit from cutting, and the puck comes to Charlie Pens. Through the neutral zone, Brown holds right in front of the Danbury bench, and he'll play it ahead to Koshik. He just shovels it in deeper, and now it's a race. Jordan Clark backhands it further, finds Evan McIntosh. McIntosh ahead to Contrato. We're scoreless, 17:45 to go in the first, and Brandon Contrato bounces one in on Kelly. He sticks that aside to the corner. Jordan Clark throws it in front, was trying to find cutting. He was marked nicely by Shinkarik. Now he'll carry it through the zone with speed. He's got Atwell with him. Tries to hand it off to him, gets it to Atwell, throws it in front, deflects off Clark. Taylor makes the save, and now Municello carries back for the Thunder. Daniel DeCristofaro will walk it into the zone. Tries to work around the D-man, throws one in front. Dylan Kelly did a nice job keeping that pad against the post, and he'll cover up for a face-off with 17:17 left.
Smart play by DeCristofaro. He had Marker cutting through the slot, but if that's a bad pass through the slot, it's a 2-on-1 out the other way with a forward back. Smart play by DeCristofaro. Just try to get the puck on net like he did, force the offensive zone faceoff with the top line out on the ice.
Shinkarik and Marker here. Marker wins it right back to DeCristofaro. He'll wind and fire, but his shot's blocked by Levesque. DeCristofaro gets it back, though, and plays it to Marker. Marker will just throw it around behind. Kelly tried to play, but instead it's Municello. He gets into the circle, turns, his shot's deflected, goes wide and behind the net. Now off the cage, Marker gets it back. He's marked by Tuma, and he'll play it in behind as they'll try to cycle it now. Masters trying to work through it. Lucky to not get a hooking call there. as he got a good piece of Shinkerick, but instead the puck's loose, and now we get a whistle. We're going to get a hand pass onto Cristofaro.
Yeah, he tried to knock it down to himself. Unfortunately, the bouncing puck bounced right to Ryan Marker after a good shift by the Delaware Thunder, who through the first 5 minutes of the game have been good. We've seen some slow starts here, not tonight.
No, the play's been pretty even back and forth. A couple of decent chances on both sides. Demon on the draw with Johnny Ruiz. Puck in skates and finally comes back to Atwell. Atwell, he'll just loft one through the center ice, but instead he hits one of the loudspeakers above the surface. So the faceoff will come back into the Danbury zone.
We'll bill him.
What's that?
We'll bill him.
Those speakers have plenty of dents this season. Demon and Ruiz again on the draw. Johnny wins this one pretty cleanly that time. Atwell is able to play it around for Casper Dearson. He'll carry it through center and just fire it into the Delaware zone. He takes Patrick Tundle down as he goes into the Delaware zone. Clearing attempt gets through Ruiz. Brown has to play it back to center. He'll get it across to Atwell. Atwell, nice feed to Ruiz across the blue line. Quick shot off the shoulder at Taylor, but a big rebound. And now here comes Tony Kalinin the other way. 2-on-1 if they hurry with Tundle. Kalinin holds, backhand pass to Tundle, backhander! Save! The shot went wide. I think the net came off, and that's why we got the whistle. But, man, beautiful setup, but an even better save by Dylan Kelly.
What a play by Anton Kalinin. He brought it to his backhand, sauced the pass right to Patrick Tundle. He tried to go to the backhand, just rolled on him a bit there, and the net comes off the moorings as Dylan Kelly stretched out that left pad to get it from post to post. Not sure if he got a piece of that. Looked like it rolled off the stick of Tundle wide.
16-10 to go, still scoreless. Off the draw, Danbury controls. Dearson again will play it out of his own zone. He'll walk it across the blue line and then right into the Delaware zone. Tries to work around Pens, throws one in front. Nobody home there. First shift of the night for Sedenko, and he's got the puck. Plays it to Pens. Charlie just fires it around the far wall, and Tuma will collect in the Danbury zone. Nice pass to Gavrik. He'll play it ahead to Anderson. Walks across the blue line and now backhanded into the corner. Gavrik's there, marked by Pens, but the puck comes loose. Turning shot by Koshik goes wide. From the point, a shot that's knocked down in front, right off the toe of Charlie Pens, and he goes right to the bench. Now here comes Ryan Marker, crisscrossing with Brennan Young. His shot, though, is blocked. Thomas Freeman took the worst of that right off of his ankle. Puck loose behind the Danbury bench, or Danbury net. Jordan Clark from the blue line. He'll throw one in front. Brennan Young's got it. Through the slot, was trying to find Marker, but it was just a bit behind him. And now Danbury will clear it all the way down. No icing here, as I believe Kieran Devine might have got a piece of that as it left the zone. So Danbury's able to get a line change. And here come the Thunder the other way as Kieran Devine dumps it in deep. Dylan Kelly will stop it there. Plays it around for Bronner. Bronner through the zone, just missed Levesque, who would have been on a clean break on Aaron Taylor. Instead, he corrals it in the corner, takes a hit from Jordan Clark, though, and loses the puck. But then, a hurt turnover in the Delaware zone as Bronner's able to play it back deep. Shinkerick along the far wall. He's marked by McIntosh. Good defense so far tonight by the Thunder, especially in their own zone. As Jordan Clark's able to play it from Kieran Devine now and carry it out. Long stretch pass, finds Contrado, goes off his stick and into the skates of the linesman, and here comes Danbury the other way. Bronner in the slot, quick shot, and Aaron Taylor makes the glove save. We'll get a stoppage with 14:20 to go. Still scoreless.
Absolutely awful by the linesman there. You have a 3-on-2 out one way and now back the other way, a defensive zone faceoff because you can't get out of the way of a puck that stays on the ice.
McIntosh, Contrado, and Taylor Cutting will stay out for the Thunder. De Cristofaro and Bryce Litke on the defense. Johnny Ruiz, Gordy Bunnell, and Casper Dearson up front. Contrado off the draw, gets it to Cutting. Cutting across the blue line. He's marked there nicely by Listmeyer. Puck's loose along the near wall. Dearson will play it. He gets it ahead to Johnny Ruiz. 2-on-2 into the Delaware zone. Nice poke check by Litke. And he just clears it back to center. Cutting plays it to McIntosh. And quickly a 2-on-1 developing with Contrado. The pass to Brandon just off of his stick. But now Contrado still holds in the slot. Puck's just sitting there loose. And finally Dearson's able to corral it for the hat tricks, and he'll throw one ahead to Ruiz, who's in on a break. In on Taylor, and he misses the net high, right over the crossbar. But now they throw it into the slot, and it's a score. Aaron Taylor immediately signaling that the puck was kicked in. But what a wild sequence there as Casper Dearson, I believe, will get credit for the goal. And Aaron Taylor throwing his hands up saying, where's the kick?
Doesn't look like they were going to get it. There was a breakdown defensively. Everybody was in too deep there. 1-0 hat tricks after a very good start for the Delaware Thunder. We'll see if they get a look at that. It doesn't look like they will here. Looked like it just hit a couple bodies in front. Not sure who it hit off of, so I can't say if there was a kick in front or not, but Charlie Pence has a chat with the officials.
Yeah, there's definitely a discussion going on right now. It almost seems like more of an explanation as to why this will stand. But you don't often see, usually when a goaltender reacts that quickly, there's kind of something to it. But again, it will stand. Casper Deerson's going to get the goal on the feed from Johnny Ruiz, who, look, a lot of times, now here comes Danbury right back off the draw. Quick shot, Anderson. Blocker saved by Taylor, throws it back in front, and here come the Thunder the other way. Tondal's pass to Kalinin is in his skates, and here comes Gavrik back for the hat tricks. Pass across to Koshik. He's poke checked by Kieran Devine. Puck comes back to center, and Brown will loft it back in on Taylor. He'll glove it down and hand it off to Kieran Devine. 13-15 to go, 1-0 Danbury. Kieran plays a long stretch pass, and Demon's got it in the Danbury zone. Evgeny turns, throws one in front. Kalinin tips one just wide, and then he threw one back at the goaltender, Kelly. And again, the net goes off his moorings, and Patrick Tundle's irate, feeling like Kelly may have purposely kicked that net off. But we've seen the net mooring issues here at Thunderdome all season long, especially for the visiting goaltenders.
And the official just turn it over and saying to the bench, it's your pegs. It's your pegs to Delaware.
13:06 to play in the first. Demon on the draw here with Corey Anderson. Demon wins it. Kalinin turns back. He'll go down low all the way around the net. Fires from a sharp angle. Kelly makes the save. Was loose in front. Now gets thrown off the far wall. Loft pass here to Koshik. Looked like he might have been offside, but then he goes down in a heap as well as Kieran Devine. But the puck's still loose, and Koshik was able to get it back. Now the puck is still loose in the Delaware zone. Shinkaruk plays it down low. Back to the point. Freeman. He'll turn. Fires one well wide. Bounces off the back wall. Koshik with a shot. That goes behind as well. Patrick Tundle throws it to the center of the offensive zone, and Gavrik backhands it back to center for Danbury.
I do want to say, going back to that goal, to give Aaron Taylor some credit, it did look like that did nip off his shoulder the first save, as the rebound was eventually put in.
Line change for the hat tricks here as Levesque takes a shot from a side angle. Another good shoulder save by Aaron Taylor, and he corrals the rebound as we get a stop with 12:13 to go.
Just a little bit of what Levesque can do there. From an off angle, still creates a couple dangerous scoring chances there, both for himself. Forced Aaron Taylor to make a save and gobble up the rebound with him bearing down on him once again.
Shinkaruk and Marker on the draw. Back to Tuma at the point. He'll wind and fire one. It's deflected, and then blocker to side by Taylor. Loose in the corner. They fight for it. DeCristofaro works it back into the corner, but it comes to Bronner. Levesque now. He loses control, and now Masters plays ahead to Municello. He's one-on-one with Freeman. Works around Freeman. Backhand. Pulls it back to the forehand, and it goes just wide. But we're going to get a penalty. Delayed call coming up against Danbury. Municello still holding the puck behind the net. Extra skater on for the Thunder is Brandon Contrato. Marker back to the point. Littke shot deflected just wide by Masters. But the Thunder still control as Municello carries it out from behind the net. Tries to work it back to the point. Levesque will get the touch. And now we'll get the penalty call with 11:32 to go. It's going to be a hook. Good work there by Thomas Municello.
Best shift of the season for Thomas Municello, I would say, right there. A couple good scoring opportunities. He's taken down on his best one, obviously. Still found a way to get the puck towards the net. But it will be a power play for the Delaware Thunder. I believe it's Freeman who will sit for the 2 minutes. Yes, it is.
We talked about how disciplined Danbury is. They haven't been on the kill a ton, but they've been fairly effective, 78% at killing off the man advantage. Johnny Ruiz won the draw, but then Kalinin strips it away from Atwell, and the Thunder will look to get set up. Pens at the point, plays it across to Marker. He'll backhand it into the corner to Demon. Demon back to the Marker. Marker throws one in front, nearly deflected by Cutting, but a good save there by Kelly, and then the hat tricks are able to clear it all the way down.
Aaron Taylor has some time here. It looked like could have been a couple hat tricks, but they get a change. Nice first shot. Looked like Cutting got a piece of it in front. I'm sure he'd like that back, get a little more of it.
Marker carries it through the neutral zone, and he'll just fire it in behind. Taylor Cutting goes in to get it. Now Demon. Demon through the slot, but right to Shinkaruk, and he'll just take the easy clear all the way down. 1:19 left on the man advantage.
Definitely an aggressive penalty kill for the Danbury hat tricks. They'll come out, they'll challenge the point, but when they do be that aggressive a team, you do have to watch the front of the net, as sometimes that could be left open.
Demon's able to carry it in. Now Cutting's pass is in the skates of Kalinin, and another easy clear for the hat tricks. We're down to a minute to go.
Zone entry's been a problem all season for Delaware on the power play, and it's showing here as they have to once again backtrack into their own zone.
Pens to Demon. Demon at the red line. Nice pass to Cutting. Taylor carries it in. They'll look to set it up now. Ryan Marker holding at the circle. They'll switch spots with Kalinin. Pens will shift. Tony Kalinin back to Marker. Marker holds. Again, Danbury doing a good job keeping everything to the outside. And then Marker's pass to Pens goes off his stick and into the neutral zone. And then Johnny Ruiz nearly picks his pocket for a break, but just a bit too far. But again, killing valuable time. We're down to 25 seconds.
Yeah, not a great power play thus far. Only one shot on goal. Didn't do much damage. Here's Marker.
Nice pass. Ryan Marker with a shot, and that goes well wide. Cutting keeps it in the zone, though, and plays it in deep. Into the skates at Tuma. Tuma fighting with Kalinin, and a good pinch by Cutting. Still keeps it in the hat trick zone. But finally, nice play by Listmeyer to clear it all the way down. That'll just about do it for the man advantage with 2 seconds left. Freeman's out of the box. We're back to even strength as the Thunder come back the other way. Marker will dump one in deep. Dylan Kelly will hold it up there. He'll just backhand it ahead. Bronner's able to get it out of the zone. Too far for Shinkaruk. This is going to go all the way in on Taylor, though, so no icing. I guess they are going to call the icing. Maybe Aaron didn't get a piece of that, just hit the side of the net.
No, it looked like the Cristofaro slowed down enough for them to say no icing, but no, they'll say yes icing, as we'll see where this face-off is now as the couple hat tricks go over and talk to the officials. Brown's there, Bronner as well, and Atwell.
To be honest with you, I didn't expect an icing on that one, but it's a break for the Thunder. They'll certainly take it. I would imagine I guess you can't get the media timeout on the icing, right?
No, sir.
Municello, Marker, Contrado are out. Litke and DeCristofaro. Shinkaruk out with Levesque and Bronner. Marker wins the draw. Contrado's shot goes well wide. Litke will keep it in at the point. He takes a big hit from Bronner at the hat tricks bench. Puck still loose behind the net as Marker's marked by Brown. Puck loose in the corner. Shinkaruk backhands it ahead. And now Bronner looks to outlet, but he found Contrado instead of Atwell, but that pass was in his chest, and Atwell's still able to get it out of the zone. Now Bronner will play it back to Brown. 8:50 to go here in the first period. Danbury up 1-0. Bronner across the red line. Gets it to Shinkaruk. He'll walk in. Throws one off the stick of Levesque. Came down in front, and that goes off of Aaron Taylor. They're going to say a goal.
No way that hit the post.
Well, the light came on. I didn't think that went in either.
Absolutely no way that puck went in. That hit the post clear as day.
The discussion here is, I think what the referee is saying is that the light came on, and he's just going to rest his laurels on that. I don't think it went in.
That puck absolutely never went in. That puck hit the post. There is no way that puck went into the back of the net, and obviously the Thunder are upset. They're pointing up here. We can't do much, Gary.
Unfortunately, no. I can tell you that just from my vantage point, I thought it went off the shoulder of Taylor and off the post and out. And I thought that's why the referee skated in quickly and banged on the post. I thought he was trying to say that the puck hit the post.
Well, this would be an absolute travesty if we're being honest here. That puck hit the post clear as day, and now the Delaware Thunder find themselves trailing 2-0 on a shot that hit the post on the way in. Wow.
I think Levesque's going to get credit for the goal. We'll get the official word from the scorekeeper here momentarily. But so there's two goals that are a bit controversial from the Delaware side. The first one, Aaron Taylor was pleading, was kicked in. And now that one, that, again, from our vantage point, certainly looked like it didn't get in.
I absolutely can't believe they're going to let that stand.
Aaron Taylor continuing to talk with the referee. And now I think they're going to give Aaron Taylor a penalty. I think that's what's happening here. They're going to call a penalty on Aaron Taylor.
And you hate to see this. The officials get it completely wrong. And now they get a power play to the hat tricks. And this is going to go south quickly. I have a bad feeling about this one.
Well, I think at this point it looks like it's just going to be they need somebody to serve the penalty, and that's what the referee is saying. So I don't think he's getting a game misconduct, which is a good thing. But he's
just an unsportsmanlike, but still.
Well, Aaron's continuing to chirp at the referee. Probably not the best move to do at this point. Which, conversely, as an official, and look, I have the utmost respect for officials.
Oh, of course. I know this is the hardest job in the world, but you can't get that wrong.
Well,
you can't get that wrong.
But in that situation, too, just drop the puck. Turn your head, drop the puck, and let play move on, and then all that chirping will stop. Instead, Danbury's going to go to the power play here. Anderson wins the draw back into the hat trick zone. Johnny Ruiz will control. 2-0 Danbury now.
In quotations.
They'll look to add on with the man advantage here. They score at a 23% clip. Ruiz carries it into the zone, into the slot, and the hat tricks get set up. Ruiz back to the point, Shinkarik. Back to Ruiz. Johnny plays it down low. Bronner, nice pass looking for Anderson, but it's deflected by Kieran Devine. And then Kalinin overskates, and Anderson regroups. Back to Ruiz in the circle, throws one through the slot, and that went wide. Anderson gets to it first, plays it back to the blue line to Shinkarik. He'll skate back to the middle. Now back over to Corey Anderson. Anderson to Shinkarik. Anderson, one of the leading scorers on the power play for Danbury, 5 goals with the man advantage this year. Ruiz holding. A lot of passing, not a lot of plays towards the net here on this man advantage. Ruiz down low to Bronner. His shot's deflected and goes up into the netting. 1:01 to go on the man advantage. We still haven't had the media timeout in this
No,
first
we
period.
haven't, and we could have. We can't after a goal and then the penalty, so you can't for another 2 minutes. I believe it was in Columbus. We didn't even get it. The second period was filled with penalties on that Friday night. We never got it.
Interesting. Danbury goes with a change here. They're going to send down Gavrik, Koshik, and Dearson. Atwell back on the point, as well as Gordy Bunnell. Litke, Marker, McIntosh, DeCristofaro are out for the Thunder. Off the draw, Mack wins it. It's loose in the corner, though, and the hat tricks corral it. That's Koshik. He turns. Back to the point. Bunnell across to Atwell. Atwell holds, throws one off the knee there of Koshik, and then a quick side angle shot that came from Bunnell, and that's saved by Taylor. He covers up. We'll get a face-off with 45 seconds left on the power play.
Good save there by Aaron Taylor. He's keeping his head here. He's still not happy, still having a chat with the official, and understandably so. I don't understand what happened. The goal light goes on, and they call it a goal, and I'm still baffled by it. But Delaware's got to find their heads.
They absolutely do. Off the draw, this puck's going to come all the way back into the Danbury zone. 40 seconds left on the power play. Aaron Atwell, he'll turn back and look to outlet here. Pressured a bit by McIntosh. Now he'll skate around Evan and walk it right through the neutral zone. Right into the slot. His shot's deflected and goes up into the netting for another stoppage of play. You know,
good active sticks.
Well, the other point, too, though, is the goal judge is there for a reason. I mean, he's got a better view than I do. So I guess I have to sort of give him the benefit of the doubt, even though I agree with you. I don't think that puck went in. I mean, he's got a job to do, too, you know?
Yeah, and you know, the light did go on, but to be honest, there's no way that puck went in. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but
right.
I got to say there's no way that puck went in, and I don't know what they saw back there.
And I agree with you, but I will be interested to go back to the tape and take a look at it.
Yeah.
10 seconds left on the man advantage, 6:50 to go in the first period, 2-0 Danbury. Atwell plays it ahead. Nice play by Dearson to get that puck as the pass was behind him. He's able to steer it ahead. Marker now. Nice play to work Koshik off the puck and get it back to center. Penalty's over. We're back to even strength with 6:35 to go. Marker pressures, but Atwell's able to get it to center. Big hit on Dearson from Taylor Cutting. He'll fire one in on Dylan Kelly, who just paddles that one down. Dearson's still down. Finally getting up. Now we get a whistle. We get a penalty on that?
It was a very late call. Dearson looked like he grabbed his head after he went down, and he could have hit his face on the ice, but then the penalty was called way late, and it's a slash.
A slash? Wow. Okay. Back to the power play. Go the hat tricks after a slash called on Taylor Cutting.
I thought that hit was clean as day.
I sure did, unless it was after the hit when I followed the puck. But I mean, at that point he's down. I don't know. Ruiz plays it to Levesque. Levesque goes down low to Bronner. Bronner back to Ruiz. He's holding. Back to Bronner. They'll switch spots. Levesque right in the slot. His shot is deflected by Kalinin and goes back behind the net. Ruiz now will carry it back around. His shot saved Taylor. Still loose behind the net. Bronner plays it over to Corey Anderson. Anderson holds. Shinkarik now at the top of the point. He'll throw one in front. Taylor knocks that down and puck comes loose. Jordan Clark does a nice job to clear it out. 1:22 to play in the power play. 5:40 to go in the first period.
Good puck movement by Danbury. Nothing to come of it. Here come the Thunder.
Kalinin got one from behind the net. Nearly came up with a great chance in front, but Ruiz is able to swipe that away. Now his outlet pass is deflected by Tony Kalinin, and the Hat-Tricks had a little bit of trouble getting it into the zone, and it's Charlie Penns with a chance to clear it. He'll fire it around, and he does, and it'll go all the way back down. A minute to go on the man advantage.
Demon and Kalinin are the penalty kill specialists on this team. They create offensively, and they're pretty good at back in the D zone as well.
Shinkaruk now carries through the neutral zone with speed. He'll walk it into the slot. His pass is deflected by Demon. It's collected there by Gavrik. Across, nice shot from Dearson, but an equally good save from Aaron Taylor with the glove. 42 seconds left on the cutting minor.
Slap shot from the circle, and Aaron Taylor gloves it down. That's a heck of a save by the goaltender, Aaron Taylor. So you have a tough first now for Delaware. You have the back-to-back penalties after the goal that was questionable. So I'm sure Aaron Taylor's thinking this game could be 0-0. The first goal, I agree, probably a good goal. The second one, I'd love to go back and take a look if we can here.
Back behind the net, Danbury controlling. That's Koshik. He gets it back to Dearson at the point. He'll play it over to Gavrik. Dearson walks into the circle. His pass knocked down by McIntosh, and here come the Thunder. Potentially a 2-on-1 with Ryan Marker, but a great play by Atwell to snatch that pass away, and the Hat-Tricks try to regroup. 15 seconds left on the power play. Nearly a giveaway to Marker, but instead carrying ahead is Koshik. Now he'll backpedal a bit, and he'll play it ahead to Gavrik. His pass across to Atwell, right in the slot. He'll backhand it over to Dearson. Dearson back to Atwell. He'll fire one. That goes well wide. It's into the corner. Penalty over to Cutting. We're back to even strength, but Danbury still pressuring the net. From behind, Koshik. He'll backhand it behind to Bonnell. Bonnell works around to Cristofaro. Dearson gets to it. Tried to throw it into the slot, but Ryan Marker with a good back check. Cutting with another big hit on Dearson. McIntosh ahead to Marker. Marker across the red line, walks into the Danbury zone. Good defense there by Atwell, though, to take it away. We're down to 3:50 to go in the first period.
That was a huge pickup for this Hat-Tricks team. Atwell's a phenomenal defenseman, also has 18 points on the season as well. He's a guy also you'll see on the power play and the penalty kill, much like the captain of your Delaware Thunder.
Long outlet pass by Penns to Cutting. They wave off the icing, even though Taylor did not get a stick on that. So we'll play on. 3:30 to go. Holding behind the net is Thomas Freeman. Continuing to hold. A big hit again from Cutting. Taylor certainly laying the wood here in the first period. And now we got a little fight, a little brouhaha behind the net. Taylor Cutting and Thomas Freeman. A little uppercut from Cutting. He's banging away, and the linesman finally gets in as we are bringing the Thunder from Taylor Cutting. He's certainly playing and bringing the physical game tonight. And now he'll go back to the box, looking to light a bit of a fire, not just in this crowd, but with his teammates.
We'll see if Taylor Cutting could get some life into this Thunder team. He definitely won the fight against Freeman, who took a big hit from Cutting. Cutting has a lot to say here after the fight, too. Maybe third man win. And Delaware will be up a man, yes, with the third man in there. So the Thunder up a man. They win a fight. Let's see if they can turn the tides here in the first period.
I think Taylor's a little upset, too, because, again, clean hit on Freeman. And I think at that point he felt the play was over, and then maybe from behind. Sort of reminiscent. Remember when the folks from Elmira were so upset towards the end of that game when they were here about a month or so ago when the fight happened with Ian Basie? I think maybe a similar situation there.
Right. Well, it's safe to say we've seen some some craziness in period number one. You had a goal that who knows if it went in or not. You had a fight. You had some big hits. Wow.
Everything you could want from a hockey game has happened in the first 16 minutes and 39 seconds. And we still haven't had the media timeout. 3:21 to go in the first period. 2-0 Danbury, but this is a big chance for the Thunder, if they are in fact going to go to the power play, to try to get one on the board and go to the locker room down just one.
Yeah, this would be a huge end to this period. You got to think the highs and lows of this period. We'll start off on top of the mountain here with Delaware coming out buzzing early in this game. Then you have the first goal, obviously, go down a bit. Then the second goal that we still don't know if it went in or not. Now they're saying 5-on-5.
Well, they're getting Freeman for a slash. I think that is going to be the additional 2 minutes.
He was just pointing to the Delaware bunch and saying 5-on-5, so I'm not sure what is going on here.
So that the announcement I just heard was 5 for fighting for Cutting and Freeman, but then an additional 2 for Freeman on the slash. They got a little ice cleanup. There's some blood behind the bench as Cutting went to the penalty box with a bit of a gash on the bridge of his nose, which it actually started
earlier
from the
game.
Original hit on Freeman.
Yes,
that led to his penalty.
And now you got 3 minutes and 21 seconds to right a couple of wrongs, at least in period number 1. We'll see, and this first period will have to be a changing point for this team in Delaware, because right now, obviously, there's some frustration and whatnot with the goal there that you have to get over and you have to get through. It's done now. It's 2-0. You can't go back and change it.
Demon, Marker, Kalinin, Contrado, and Pens, the power play group out. They win the draw. Marker, pestered by Atwell. He's just got to backhand it back behind the net. Brown will play it there, but then he loses to Kalinin. Kalinen's pass back to the point is deflected by Bronner, and that goes into the netting. We'll get a face-off to the left of Dylan Kelly.
Right into the Thunder back.
You always know when they get their hands on the souvenir.
I love it when the puck is in the offensive zone where the Delaware goes twice, because the Thunder pack get rowdy when the puck comes into the offensive zone.
Demon and Shinkarik on the draw. Demon wins it back to Pens. Charlie, shot deflected by Demon. Nice save by Dylan Kelly. He allows no rebound, and we'll get another face-off to his left.
Well, that's a good shot by Charlie Pens, but you need Demon or Marker to get to the front of the net, and that's really Demon's job. I know he's not the biggest body there, but he's, as the center, got to be right in front of that net and setting that screen.
Shinkarik wins the draw this time. Atwell will play it behind. He backhands it towards the blue line. Contrado keeps it in, though. He'll shuffle it ahead. Evgeny Demon holds along the near wall. Play it into the corner to Kalinin. Kalinin back to Marker as the Thunder have things set up now. As Ryan carries it down towards the goal line. Back across, Charlie Pens, down low to Kalinin. Tony holds at the circle, back up top to Pens. They'll do a little give and go here. Kalinin down low to Demon. They'll switch spots. Evgeny holds. Looking for a cross-ice pass there, but couldn't find one. Puck bounces a bit, but he's able to get it to Kalinin. Right back to Pens. Charlie fires, and Dylan Kelly makes the save. But again, no traffic in front. Shinkarik missed the block, but Kelly with a clear lane to make that save, and he does.
Once again, might not see a media timeout this period. Only 2:30 to go, as we've had the penalties, goal, penalty in period number 1. The last 10 minutes has been an absolute melee, for lack of better terms.
The Thunder have had it in the hat trick zone this entire power play, but just the 2 shots on goal. Again, they win the draw. Now Kalinin holding. Danbury doing a great job keeping everything to the outside here. Demon plays it across. Ryan Marker holding. Back to the point to Pens. Pens kicks it to his forehand. Bennett nearly fans on the pass. Kalinin's able to get it there in the slot and carry it to the circle. 40 seconds to go. Kalinin to Marker. Marker, they'll give it to Contrado. They'll switch spots. Contrado in the circle. Gives it back to Marker. They turn. Marker across to Pens. Off of his stick momentarily. Gets it to Kalinin. Kalinin across to Demon. 25 seconds to go. Tony Kalinin holds, works around a defender. Oh, a beautiful pass to Demon, but the puck bounces over his stick, and Danbury's able to clear as Johnny Ruiz gets it back to center.
Just a little bit of a show of what Anton Kalinin could do and how good he could be. A great move. He fakes the shot. He gets the defender down. Unfortunately, at the end of the period, the ice is a little rough, so the saucer pass just wouldn't sit for Evgeny Demon.
Contrado fakes the shot, gets it to Kalinin. Kalinen's pass for Municello too far. That'll end the power play. We'll go back to even strength. 1:20 to go. Cristofaro with a shot that goes well wide. Marker tried to get a stick on that and couldn't. Here comes Levesque the other way. His stretch pass for Bronner just a bit too far as Phil had to stay on side. Municello will pick it up in the corner for Delaware and try to work out. Shinkarik tracks him down from behind and takes the puck away and carries back into the Delaware zone. Right into the slot. Holds his pass deflected. Now Evan McIntosh has it poked away by Bronner, and DeCristofaro has to play it in the corner. Eric Masters gets it to center to Municello, gets it ahead to Marker. Marker walks in the slot. Shot, score! Ryan Marker! Bringing the Thunder as he lights the lamp for the 25th time this season and extends that point streak to 24 games.
No surprise whatsoever. It's Ryan Marker getting the Thunder back on the board, and it is 2-1. I'll say it's 1-1.
What a beautiful shot as he worked through the slot and fired that. He's got such a quick release and went across his body to beat Dylan Kelly to the far side corner and makes it a 2-1 game with 47.1 seconds to go. Off the draw to Cristofaro to Clark. That goal is going to loom hugely as we head into the intermission, as long as the score stays where it is. Huge play for Delaware. McIntosh backhands it again. The linesman has trouble getting out of the way of the puck. But instead, Sedenko and McIntosh play for it in the corner. Lismeyer will play it ahead for Danbury. And here comes Anderson. Back to center. His pass intercepted by McIntosh. Evan will just dump it back into the Danbury zone with 15 seconds to play. Lismeyer plays it ahead. Koshik couldn't get it through Sedenko. Brennan Young, Jordan Clark, puck still bouncing. Sedenko with a shot. And that's it. That puck has to be covered up by Dylan Kelly. Interestingly enough, saw him quickly look up at the clock to see how much time was left and decided that it was his best move there to wait for the faceoff.
He said, I better play it safe. I expected him to just throw it behind the net, but you never know in those last couple seconds. You don't want to give it up, make this a 2-2 game. So we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. But right now, that questionable goal is the difference, and that's tough for the Delaware Thunder.
Absolutely. 3.1 seconds to go. Demon, Shinkarink on the draw. Shinkarink wins the draw, but it bounces back towards Kelly. And again, he's got to corral it, and we'll get one more faceoff with 1.1 second. It's funny what the bouncing puck can do sometimes.
Right, yeah, bounces right on net. Dylan Kelly threw it to the corner, but nothing doing. Aaron Taylor to the bench with only 1 second to go.
This is where you have time to win the draw cleanly and take one quick shot. But off the draw, pucks in skates, and now we get the zeros on the board. But man, a wildly entertaining, if not controversial, first period ends with Danbury leading 2-1. Ryan Marker scoring his 25th of the season, gets the Thunder within one before we get to the intermission. Of course, two sort of wacky goals for the hat tricks tonight. First goal of the night, Aaron Taylor was certain was kicked in by, I'm trying to get the official score here as to who got those goals. But the second goal, again, it all started with a Johnny Ruiz breakaway that was stopped by Aaron Taylor. It deflected over the net. Johnny Ruiz was able to get it back in the corner, threw it back into the slot, and then there was a shot taken that we thought hit the shoulder of Aaron Taylor and went off the post, but the red light went on and the goal was credited to Phil Bronner with an assist from Carter Shinkarink. Casper Dearson was credited with the first goal with assists from Cruz Lismeyer. And then, as we mentioned, Ryan Marker with his 25th of the season from Municello and Eric Masters. And that's where we stand after the first 20 minutes.
Right, and Delaware could easily be in this game 1-1, but you never know. We'll have to go back and check on that. We'll get the official announcement for you, but I know we have a fun-filled intermission report with a little bit of a fan interview here, huh?
We absolutely do. This is something that we get an opportunity to do from time to time where, and I tell you, it's one of the neatest things. When you think of tailgating, right, typically what comes to mind? Football, whether it be NFL football or college football. Tailgating is just part and parcel with going out to the game. You don't always equate that to hockey, because a lot of times when you're growing up, if you're going to a Flyers game or something like that, it's a Tuesday night or a Thursday night or whatever. So you don't always equate that. But, man, the fans come out. They hang out before the game. So we always like to try to get an opportunity to go out and meet and greet with them and find out what makes Thunder hockey so exciting. So we had a chance to do that again tonight. And here it is. And it's time to meet the fans in between periods here at the Delaware Thunder. We're with Shelly and Scott Weber of Dover, season ticket holders. And Shelly, we'll start with you. First and foremost, why did you decide to become a season ticket holder of the Thunder?
I love hockey, any kind of hockey.
Plain and simple. All right, so you really didn't know what you were walking into. Tell us what the experience has been like and what's been your favorite part of it.
It's fantastic. The fans come out. We're cheering already. We already got the Thunder going in the Thunderdome, and it's just an exciting event.
And who is your favorite member of the Delaware Thunder? And you are allowed to say me.
You.
That was a joke, but seriously, who's your favorite player?
I don't know. Who? Morgan. Oh, Morgan Hudson.
Morgan Hudson is an absolutely fabulous guy. Scott, we'll start with you. We'll ask you the same question. Who's your favorite member of the Thunder?
I would say it would have to be
Municello.
Municello.
Excellent. Why do you like him so much?
Because he's fast, he has a lot of energy, and he just seems like a good all-around guy.
Got a lot of heart.
Now, the team obviously has been playing better of late. What have you seen as a hockey fan, and it's the difference between early on in the year and now?
I'd say they're playing more like a team. They're all helping each other, and they're more coordinated. You can tell they're together as a team now.
All right, I'm going to give you an opportunity to sell the Thunder to folks who maybe haven't been out to a game before. Why would you encourage them to come out and experience it for themselves?
The energy, the fast-paced, hard-hitting, good times of the fans and the team.
Well, we thank Shelly and Scott for our Meet the Fans segment tonight. It was a lot of fun, and we'll bring you more of that throughout the season. Let's get you a look at what's happening around the FHL tonight, some other scores to update you on. As, of course, again, our score here, 2-1. Danbury leading the Thunder. Port Huron is at Columbus tonight. Trying to get a score of that for you. Columbus ahead of the Prowlers, 2-0. Couple of early goals for the River Dragons. Parker Moskal, Cameron Dimmitt are able to light the lamp for Columbus as they lead 2-0 game there in the first period. Carolina Thunderbirds looking to bounce back from their weekend sweep last week against the Danbury Hat Tricks. They're at home against Mentor, the Icebreakers. And they are scoreless right now in the first period, although Carolina seems to be controlling the play. They've outshot Mentor 13-6 so far in that first period. Again, scoreless. And we've got Elmira taking on Watertown tonight. That game is 1-1 in the first period. Dominic Bogzol has scored for Watertown. Ahmed Mahfouz has put one in the net for the Elmira Enforcers. Mahfouz finding the net for the 15th time this season. Again, our score here, Danbury 2, the Thunder 1, a critical goal by Ryan Marker there late in the first period has gotten the Thunder on the board. And that was a huge goal and may lift them with a little bit of momentum heading into the second period. We'll be back. Let's take a moment to thank some of our fine sponsors here with the Delaware Thunder. And then Mike Basile and myself will be back with second period action in about 12 minutes from now. You're watching Delaware Thunder Hockey on YouTube and at federalhockey.com. The Delaware Thunder would like to thank their corporate sponsors, Betsy Ross Pizza, Brimminghorn Meadery, Duck Creek Printing, Gatehouse Media, M&T Bank, Easy Loans Incorporated, The Barn, Harrington Insurance, Big Oyster Brewery, 47 ABC, Delaware Prep Ice Hockey, Bridal Bit Liquors, Charlie's Painting, American Hockey Services, Forever Media, Applebee's Grill and Bar, Robert Webster Cosmetic and Family Dentistry, Delmarva Chiropractic and Wellness Center, First State Fabrication, Pizza King, Post-Acute Medical, Premier Orthopedic Bone and Joint Care, Holiday Inn Express, Delaware State Lottery, Planet Fitness, Mission Barbecue, THG Transport Incorporated, the YMCA of Delaware, CrossFit Dover, Texas Roadhouse, Urco Ceilings and Interiors, Chick-fil-A, MD Mechanical, and Fine Line Website and IT Consulting. We'll return to the next period in minutes. I'm Gary Schofield along with Mike Basile. Thanks for watching Delaware Thunder Hockey at DelawareThunder.com. And welcome back to Thunderdome as we get set for second period action between the Danbury Hat Tricks and the Delaware Thunder. The score is Danbury 2, Delaware 1. But, and again, this is just for factual purposes. It doesn't really change anything. But if you're on Facebook or if you had an opportunity as you're watching this to go back and replay that second goal, I don't know that there's any angle you can look at and say that was a goal.
No, I mean, the puck actually hit the outside of the post even. And like I said originally, if that puck hit the back bar and came out, it probably hits Aaron Taylor in the back.
Right.
Or it bounces down, not straight out like that. Once again, just the way the puck comes out, you could tell right away. And it just is a travesty right now that Delaware's down 2-1. Danbury doesn't need any help scoring goals. They're one of the best teams in the league at it. And, hey, you give them credit. They got the puck to the front. They did everything right. But, hey, you hit the post sometimes. It shouldn't count as a goal.
So that's where we stand with a 2-1 game. And, again, like I said, there's nothing that can be done. That they're not going to take that goal off the board. It's that old saying, it is what it is. But even if you're a Hat Tricks fan and you're watching this broadcast right now, if you go back and look at that video, the video doesn't lie. The goal's credited to Phil Bronner as he gets his 13th of the season with assists from Carter Shinkaruk and Nicole Levesque. Casper Dearson scored the first one for Danbury from Cruz Lismeyer. But then a huge goal for the Thunder in the final minute as Ryan Marker lights the lamp for the 25th time the 25th time this season, with assists from Municello and Eric Masters. So as we head into the second period, it's a 2-1 game, and the Thunder maybe with a little bit of momentum to carry out of a period where they felt like they got the short end of the stick there on not just that goal call, but Aaron Taylor felt that the first goal by Dearson was kicked in, although I don't know that there's a real good look at that. But then also, as you mentioned, with that poor goal call, that led to an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Aaron Taylor. That put the Thunder on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. They killed it off, but again, it changes the whole flow of the period. We saw Brennan Young on the ice in the last 40 seconds. I think that was only his second shift of the game because there had been so much specialty play throughout the first period, as you mentioned in the open. It just changes your line flow.
I'm sorry. I'm still just a bit in shock trying to figure out what happened in period number 1 to this Thunder team, who have to keep their heads because now everyone's seen it. Everybody knows it didn't go in for sure. Everyone had the view of it now with the video, obviously. So everyone knows it didn't go in. And now Delaware trails 2-1. This should be a 1-1 hockey game.
Well, like you said, they're just going to have to move on from it and work their way back from this deficit. I think ultimately, you take the controversy aside. It was really a fairly well-played first period. The first 7 or 8 minutes, there was good action back and forth. Both teams playing pretty well defensively inside their own zone. Both goaltenders making some big saves. A couple of kind of odd man chances for Danbury led to those 2 goals. And then, beautiful play by Ryan Marker on a great pass from Thomas Municello gets the Thunder on the board.
There's 2 things Delaware could do. They could sulk about it and just get frustrated and not play a smart game. Or they could take matters into their own hands, play frustrated, play fiery, and win a hockey game.
Marker, Masters, Municello. It's the same starting lineup for the Thunder with Pens and DeCristofaro on the defense. Danbury will go with Levesque, Bronner, Shinkaruk at center with Brown and Atwell on the defense. Off the draw, it's Brown. He'll play it to Atwell, who gets it to Levesque. He'll backhand it in. Deflected by DeCristofaro. He's able to get it back to center, but only as far as Aaron Atwell. Atwell plays it back to Bronner. His touch pass for Levesque's a bit behind. Shinkaruk's got to regroup. Finds Bronner in the offensive zone. He takes a shot from a wide angle. Paddled aside by Taylor. And now Municello looks to break out. He gets it to Masters. Masters with speed to Marker. Marker winds and fires. That puck caught a little bit of Brown, but then Kelly was able to play it into the corner. Puck's loose. Here comes Shinkaruk the other way. Danbury's coming in 2-on-2. Levesque as well. They'll crisscross. Shinkaruk with a backhand just goes right through the goal mouth. And Municello carries ahead for Delaware. Nice back check by Shinkaruk, but plays the puck right on his goaltender, Dylan Kelly. He'll cover up for a stop.
Yeah, Municello with another good play in the defensive zone. Defense leads the offense. He forces the bad pass, finds the loose puck in the neutral zone and gets the offensive zone faceoff for the Delaware Thunder. They're going to need to keep the puck moving north-south. Stop with the east-west stuff, because that's how a couple odd man rushes came out the other way.
Ruiz, Dearson, and Bonnell for Danbury. Ruiz wins the draw. Comes around to Bonnell. He gets a bump from Kieran Devine, but gets it ahead to Dearson. In the circle, shot. That's a pad save from Aaron Taylor. Patrick Tundle just throws it into the slot. Koshik with a shot. I'm sorry, that's Gavrik with a shot saved by Taylor. Dearson goes down in front. The net came off, but Taylor puts it right back on. And now Danbury comes back the other way. There's going to be interference on Dearson. That's a clear call. I don't know how you throw your hands up on that. Licky's not playing the puck. You're setting a pick to let him get in the offensive zone. It's plain as day, bro. I can't.
Gary not very happy there, but hey, it's a good thing for the Delaware Thunder. They're up a man now after the interference call, and it was a slight interference, but if you take the guy's legs out, you're going to go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at the threat of, my goal every time we do one of these is to not sound like a homer. But look, when you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Don't whine about it. It was a clear interference. Thunder go to the power play. Demon, Kalinin, Marker, Pens, and Contrado. Off the draw, Shinkarik with the win. But the clearing attempt is blocked down, and now that one goes off of Demon, but it comes all the way to Shinkarik in center ice. He's played by Contrado. Puck loose, though, and here comes Bronner the other way for Danbury. He'll play it into the corner, where he fights with Demon and Pens for it. Charlie's able to kick it ahead, but now he's walled off the puck by Bronner. Good work here on the penalty kill by Danbury. Demon finally able to break it free and gets it ahead to Ryan Marker. Marker poke checked at the blue line. Puck's loose. Contrado's holding. Demon's got to get out of the zone. And the Thunder will have to backtrack. 1:25 to go on the man advantage.
Well, we see once again the struggle point here, gaining entry for the Delaware Thunder. Marker does it here, though.
Holding at the circle, looking to get set up. He'll play it behind for Contrado. Contrado to Demon. Demon into the slot for Kalinin. Backhand pass for Marker as they'll try to reset here. Ryan walks to the top. From the slot shot, that's paddled away by Kelly. Nice save with the stick handle. That goes into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage of play.
Yeah, Marker's a little deceptive with that shot. He always seems like he's off his back foot when he shoots, so you never know when it's going to come. That shot whistled off the block or got a piece of the stick, too, of Dylan Kelly. Good save as he met him at the top of the crease once again.
Slight change here as Municello joins the power play. Full change for Danbury. They've now got Tuma out with Bunnell. Gavrik, he'll backhand it to center. Can't get it past Pens. Johnny Ruiz now out on the penalty kill as well. Plays it back into the Danbury zone. Tuma will chase it down. Tuma plays it around, but Demon looks to pinch, and he does. Municello now in the corner. Nice back check by Gavrik. Puck loose behind the net. They'll fight with Kalinin for it. But again, killing valuable time here on the penalty. Municello tried to get it back to the point to Pens. Good stick work by Johnny Ruiz. Now he hops around Pens and carries it into the zone. Right into the slot. Backhand pass, score! Gordy Bunnell. Short-handed makes it 3-1 Danbury. That's a pretty play from Johnny Ruiz.
Perfectly executed 2-on-1. Johnny Ruiz brings it to his backhand. Great pass cross ice, and absolutely no mistake over the glove of Aaron Taylor. 2-1 hat tricks.
And that beautiful play started in the neutral zone as Johnny Ruiz played the puck off the near wall, hopped around Charlie Pens, and then carried it in on a break. And then a nice backhand feed to Bonnell, who finds the net. For the 10th time this year, it's his second shorthanded goal of the season. Still 25 seconds of power play time remain. DeCristofaro's got the puck behind the Delaware zone. They'll look to break out. Brandon Contrado here. Through center. He'll just play it in deep. Around. Taylor Cutting gets to it. Off of his stick. Loose behind the net. Contrado can't get it. And now Levesque just backhands it back to center. It's going to go all the way down to Taylor. And that'll just about do it for the power play. Referee can't get out of the way of the clearing attempt of Aaron Taylor. That's the ref that called the unsportsmanlike conduct against him, and he kind of looked back at Aaron like, you do that on purpose?
Now those two have a laugh as they go up the ice. Shot from Contrado swallowed up. We'll get another whistle here.
16:33 to play. I'm pretty sure you did this on purpose, but I heard you say 2-1 Danbury.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Gary Schofield along with Mike Basile. We welcome you into tonight's broadcast of Delaware Thunder Hockey on our YouTube channel, which, of course, you can always find the link at federalhockey.com. Don't forget, we're right back here tomorrow night against Danbury. Come see us live in person. Get your tickets at DelawareThunder.com.
First weekend series in a month. We only had that one home game at the end, then Christmas.
Right.
Obviously, right before it, we were in Columbus, so it's been a while since we had back-to-back at the Dome here.
And then 2 weeks from now, we'll get a three-peat with Watertown.
Love to see
in town for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Good work along the wall by Gavrik. Looks to break out. Nice pass to Koshik. He's trying to work around Jordan Clark. Jordan initially wouldn't let him. Now Koshik's got a hold of the stick, but also has the puck. Koshik plays it to Tuma. Tuma down low. Gavrik right in the circle. His shot got way under that one and throws it right up into the netting, and he kind of shakes his head as he spins away. 16:01 to go.
Gavrik had a little bit of a laugh there as the puck rolled on him as he tried to shoot. It looked like he brought his pitching wedge out to the ice rink here as he sent that way up into the protective netting.
Line changes for both teams now. Kalinin, Demon, Tondel out for Delaware. Ruiz, Bonnell, the goal scorer, as well as Dearson are out for Danbury. Atwell and Brown on defense for the hat tricks too. Off the draw, Demon gets the win to Cristofaro. Trying to spin away from Ruiz, just backhands it ahead. Puck was just sort of sitting there, and Evgeny Demon tried to track it down. Now he's being pestered by Dearson. Was able to get it to Charlie Pens. His clearing pass goes off the stick of Patrick Tondel. Kalinin walks into the zone. Gets it to Tondel. Backhand pass to Kalinin, and it bounces under his stick. And now it's loose behind the net, and Dearson will get to it first. Takes a bump there from Tondel, but got enough of the puck to get it ahead to Bonnell. He's able to clear the zone off the stick of Johnny Ruiz. Ruiz holds. Now he'll gain the zone. Throws it right in on Taylor. I think Tondel mainly missed on that big hit attempt on Ruiz, but he got him a little bit more on that one as Ruiz threw it behind the net. De Cristofaro lofts one. Patrick Tondel just a bit too far as Dylan Kelly will paddle that ahead to Dearson. Dearson just clears it back to center.
How good of a play is that, though, by Dan De Cristofaro? He clears the zone, nearly creates a scoring chance, and no icing for the Thunder.
Pass off the stick of Kalinin. Charlie Pens steals that pass from Shinkarik and plays it ahead to Evgeny Demon. Demon goes cross ice. Taylor Cutting will walk it into the Danbury zone. He'll fire one quickly that Kelly's able to corral and hold. No rebound. And with 14:56 to go, we'll get a face-off to Kelly's left.
You can say that a lot about Dylan Kelly tonight. No rebound. He's been really good at the other end. Obviously, Ryan Marker's goal, he scored about, 15 of those this season. So no problem for Kelly there. That's a tough shot. But he works hard, Dylan Kelly. He's very good, obviously up in the SP, now back here. McGuckin's been good, too. I'm sure the Thunder will see McGuckin tomorrow night.
McIntosh, Cutting, and Contrato out. Now we get a whistle as they're telling Freeman to back up. Shinkarik on the draw with McIntosh. Connor wins that one. Carter. And Danbury looks to clear, but they can't get it past Litke. Litke's shot is blocked by Bronner. Second attempt, backhand shot from Cutting, and just didn't get enough on it. He had a wide open net and went right off the heel of his stick, and Kelly's able to cover up.
And that was a bad rebound from Dylan Kelly as he put it right on the tape of Taylor Cutting. Unfortunately for Taylor, it was on his backhand, and he couldn't spin it back towards the net. And another night here at the Thunderdome. We are filled once again to capacity. Want to thank the awesome fans here that come out, and hope to see you again tomorrow night, obviously.
McIntosh again on the draw. This time it's Corey Anderson for Danbury. Evan wins it back to Kieran Devine. He'll just play it around behind. Kelly looks to hold it up there. Hands it off, but then a big hit from Cutting on Freeman as those two get at it again. Corey Anderson now gets into the fray as the puck's under Freeman. Finally, it comes loose. A little touch pass there from Koshik. And now Gavrik, he sort of fans on his pass attempt, but is able to get it into the Delaware zone. Corey Anderson tracks it down. Right in the circle. Spins away from Kieran Devine. He'll fire one. Aaron Taylor blockers that aside, but Koshik gets to the rebound. He's being pestered by Evan McIntosh, who plays him off the puck. The Danbury bench wants a holding call, but won't get it. Gavrik throws it into the slot. Atwell with a shot goes high and wide. And that's going to come back to center as Brandon Contrato picks it up at the red line. His pass for Taylor Cutting was behind, though. And now Taylor's dump in is stolen by Tuma. And here comes Danbury the other way, a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Gavrik walks into the circle. His shot's deflected and it goes wide. Comes all the way back through center ice. And Brown will corral for Danbury. We're down to 13:40 to play. 3-1 Danbury. Atwell, he'll take the puck. He'll just backhand it ahead. As Brown tries to play it through center ice, looking for Bonnell, but coming with speed is Dearson. He gets to it first, tried to throw it back to Ruiz. That shot pass was deflected by Jordan Clark. But now it comes back to Dearson in the circle. He'll throw it through the goal mouth. Johnny Ruiz will get to it first. He throws one in front. That bounces off Taylor, and he's able to cover up. Kind of a weird bounce from back behind the net. All of a sudden was under the pads of Aaron Taylor.
Under that back pad, too, just on the goal line. A good save by Aaron Taylor. And those are the toughest ones from a goaltender. When that puck hits something and bounces right back off of you, it's tough.
So we'll get a face-off to the left of Taylor. The Hat-Tricks will go for a line change here. They go back to Levesque and Bronner and Shinkaruk. Tuma and Listmeyer on D. Marker, Municello, Masters are out for Delaware. Off the draw, Shinkaruk. Listmeyer at the blue line. Plays it into the corner. Pass deflected by Jordan Clark, and now Marker will play it back to center. Was trying to get it to Municello, but it was under his stick. And Listmeyer plays it along to Tuma. Tuma trying to get out of the zone, but not quite. Now Shinkaruk will carry through. Nice pass ahead to Levesque. He carries in with speed. Walks in. His shot goes wide. And a rebound and a nice save by Aaron Taylor. As Shinkaruk got to that puck first, I thought for sure Jordan Clark was going to get there with an opportunity to clear it out, but a nice play by Shinkaruk to get to it first.
That's an absolutely unbelievable save by Aaron Taylor. The shot takes a bad bounce for the Thunder off the boards with a ton of speed. Bounces right to the front of the net, and he makes a huge save in front.
12:52 to go, 3-1 Danbury. Mike will tell you it's 2-1. Shinkaruk on the draw with Demon.
Oh, sure, make me the bad guy, huh?
Cristofaro trying to play it out. That's a nice keep by Listmeyer. Still able to hold it in at the line. Finally, Demon's able to get it out to center. And now he'll backhand one ahead into the Danbury zone. Kalinen's onside. He'll work with Tuma in the corner. Tuma carries ahead, and he's able to get it to Shinkaruk, and here comes Danbury back the other way. Nice back check by Demon. He's able to steal the puck and passes ahead to Patrick Tundle. Tundle across the blue line. Just played in behind as he was undermanned there. Dylan Kelly holds it up. Plays it into the corner, but right to Tony Kalinin, but it goes off his stick as Tuma is able to get it to Levesque, who clears it back to center, and now Kieran Devine will look to go the other way for Delaware. His pass deflected by Bronner. Nice backhand pass to Levesque, who walks in, holds at the circle. Shinkaruk in the slot. Now he'll retreat as the defense changes for Danbury. Throws one in front. Levesque with a backhand saved by Taylor. Puck still loose. Now we get a whistle as the net came off its moorings. And with 11:58 to go, we'll get a face-off in the Delaware zone.
Once again, when the puck's coming out the other way, you don't usually blow that dead. A bit of a surprise there is Taylor's quick to pull it back on. So there a whistle that might not have needed to come. 11:58 to go. We'll see if we get immediate timeout this period.
Gavrik, Koshik, Corey Anderson up front for Danbury. Brown and Atwell on the blue line. Demon wins the draw to Cristofaro. Gave it away, though. Corey Anderson walks right into the circle. Good back check by Demon. And now Tony Kalinin looks to play it the other way. Demon takes it from his skate to his forehand, winds and fires one, but that's deflected by Brown into the corner. Taylor Cutting plays it behind. Demon, Kalinin tried to find Cutting, and he went under his stick. to Cristofaro tries to keep it in. His pass deflected off of Corey Anderson, who takes a bump from Taylor Cutting, but is able to get it back to center. Now Koshik and Gavrik crisscross. Now it's Gavrik holding. Backhand pass to Koshik. He's marked well by Evan McIntosh. Puck still loose behind the net, though, and Corey Anderson gets to it. He reverses, gets away from DeCristofaro, but runs into Evan McIntosh, who steals the puck away, and the Thunder come back the other way. Litke back to Kalinin. Tony walks across the blue line. Now he holds. Cross-ice pass for Cutting. Cutting shots deflected. And then a big hit on Gavrik as he goes to the ice. But Aaron Atwell carries back the other way for Danbury. Here's Johnny Ruiz at the blue line. Backhand pass. Dearson with a shot. Save Aaron Taylor. Puck loose behind the net. Now we get another whistle. And now going down in a heap is DeCristofaro in the corner with Dearson. Not really sure what the whistle was for.
The net came off again, but Aaron Taylor pulled it right back on.
Well, again, it's been an ongoing problem all season long with just trying to keep the net on its moorings on routine plays.
Delaware can't make a change now as the net did pop off.
Okay.
Good to see DeCristofaro's okay. Now him and Dearson in a, looks like a civil conversation as those two went down together awkwardly, but both pop up okay.
There certainly has been some good physicality in this game, namely by Taylor Cutting and Patrick Tundle for the Thunder. But as you mentioned there, Dearson bringing the wood a bit for the Hat-Tricks. 10:54 to go in the second period. Shinkaruk, Levesque, Bronner out for Danbury. McIntosh with Contrado and Cutting for Delaware. DeCristofaro and Litke, Tuma and Freeman. Tuma at the point for Danbury. Just plays it in deep. Shinkaruk marked by McIntosh. Tried to get it behind the net. That pass intercepted by DeCristofaro. Nice little touch pass by Contrado. McIntosh gets it ahead to Taylor Cutting. He's across the blue line, holds, fires a shot. And that goes high and wide, but Contrado keeps it in at the point. Cutting's got it back. Touch pass to McIntosh. Back to Cutting, but he overskates. He'll play it back to the point. Penn's at the blue line. His shot's knocked down in front. And then McIntosh just deflects it into the corner. And then Freeman plays it into the netting, but I think it got a little bit of the glass first.
Yeah, you kind of heard it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You heard it nip the glass on the way out.
Kind of like when you hear a puck hit the post.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yep.
Except tonight they didn't hear that, so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't say that was tipped out.
Face-off will come to the right of Dylan Kelly. We get the triple M's back out with Marker, Municello, and Masters. Danbury counters with Corey Anderson, Gavrik, and Koshik. Litke and Penz on the D for Delaware. Marker wins the draw. Back to Penz at the point. Was pressured a bit by Koshik, and then his pass from Municello was fumbled. Now here comes Gavrik the other way. Can't get around Litke, but in the corner, Koshik plays it further. Masters loses his stick, but the puck comes to Corey Anderson. Anderson works through one defender, but can't get through Masters. Masters to Municello. Municello across the red line, tried to get it through Aaron Atwell. Initially didn't, but the play's onside. Loose in the corner, Marker back to the point. Shot from Penz, deflected. Kelly makes the save, and now loose. Corey Anderson carries it back for Danbury. Litke with a nice play to knock that puck down at the red line, and he'll dump it all the way back in the Danbury zone, and a quick change for both teams.
Yeah, good play there by Charlie Penz. He gets it on net. Here's Brendan Young.
In the circle, Brennan holds. His shot deflected by Atwell. Behind the net, Gavrik's able to play it ahead. Now Dearson will carry it out for Danbury. Pestered by Brennan Young, but he gets into the Delaware zone. Looks to go around Jordan Clark, comes all the way behind the net. Still holding. Listmeyer at the point, plays it back into the corner. Johnny Ruiz holds. He spins, backhands one right to the side of the net. Bronner throws one in front, and that's paddled away by Taylor, but back to Listmeyer at the point. He'll fire it around. Jordan Clark looks like he'll get there first for Delaware. He'll just chip it ahead. Now Brennan Young carrying through across the blue line. In the circle, Brennan Young, a shot. It goes high and wide over the glove of Kelly, but Kieran Devine's able to keep it the point. Back behind the net, Marker tried to backhand one in front to Sedenko, but it was in his skates. Now it's Marker. Ryan carries. He'll spin around. Tried to backhand one in front again, and he does find Sedenko, but now he's tied up by Tuma in the corner. Brendan Young will look to get that puck loose, and now Brendan Young is going to go off for a cross check as he nailed Johnny. Is that Johnny Ruiz? Yeah. Pretty sure they're going to get Brennan here, and the Danbury Hat-Tricks are going to go to the power play.
Yeah, Johnny with a little hitch in his giddy up as he gets back to the bench. Appears to be okay, but anytime you take a cross check off the numbers, doesn't feel so hot. 2-minute power play for the Hat-Tricks. Once again, right after that 10-minute mark, I should say. We can't get to the media timeout. We'll see if we get to it here. Danbury very dangerous on the power play, operating just at 23%, but we saw they move the puck well, they center, they get guys to the front, they do a lot of things right.
Yeah, this is a critical kill for the Thunder to try to stay in this game. 8:41 to go. It'll be Demon and Kalinin. They've been their dynamic penalty-killing duo. And Demon wins the draw. It goes right into the belly of DeCristofaro. Daniels clearing attempt, takes a weird bounce off the glass, and now here comes Demon and Kalinin. They'll crisscross. Demon in the slot, still holding, pestered by Corey Anderson, but still has the puck. Gets it to Kalinin. He's pressured quickly by Anderson, but again, Evgeny Demon holding. Finally, the puck comes loose, and Levesque comes back the other way for the Hat-Tricks. Across the blue line, he'll backhand one into the corner. Was hoping for Bronner, but instead he got Penz. Penz's clearing attempt is kept in by Corey Anderson. But now puck in skates. Here comes Kalinin. Kalinin and Demon again, down to 125 on the power play. Evgeny Demon, drop pass for Kalinin. Tony Holt shot, saved by Kelly off the blocker, loose in the slot. And the Danbury Hat-Tricks nearly cleared it, but DeCristofaro keeps it in. Bouncing puck, wraparound attempt, still loose at the side of the net. Kelly finally able to cover up. I don't even think he realized he had it covered up. And finally we get the whistle, but man, a couple of glorious chances on the penalty kill for the Thunder.
What a play by Evgeny Demon. He kept the puck in the zone. DeCristofaro stepped into the rush. You love to see it on the penalty kill. What a play. And Dylan Kelly stood on his head there. A couple big saves by Kelly. Puck bounces up. He has the whereabouts to find it, get to the post, and make a big save.
Marker out with Municello now on the kill. Litke and Devine on the blue line. On the draw, Gavrik loses to Kieran Devine. Devine falls, but is able to get the puck deep to Ryan Marker. Marker now 1 against 3. Finally loses the puck as Gavrik takes it away for Danbury as they look to break out. But his pass is deflected by Municello. Here comes Marker the other way. 2-on-1. Oh, nice block by Aaron Atwell. And now here come the Hat-Tricks. Long pass out. Goal scorer tonight is Bonnell. He drops one in the circle, was trying to get Atwell. Instead, he got Litke. Litke didn't get much on the clear. Gavrik across to Atwell. Nice pass to Koshik, and that puck's deflected off of Taylor to the sidewall. Dearson recovers for Danbury, and now they'll look to set up the power play with 30 seconds left.
Atwell doing good in his own zone, comes back the other way, makes a beautiful cross-ice pass. He's such a good player to have on your roster.
Dearson shot from the circle. The rebound comes right back to Koshik, who buries it for the power play goal and gives Danbury a 4-1 lead.
It's a power play goal for the Hat-Tricks and a beautiful one at that. You set it up, it's all Atwell at the point, moves the puck in a wide open net, made no mistake, 4-1 under the paddle of Aaron Taylor.
And that's another Danbury hat trick. It's reached the double figures mark in goals as Matthias Koshik scores his 10th of the year to make it 4-1 hat tricks with 7:01 to go.
That's a huge goal. Looked like Delaware could have got the next one and made it 3-2. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't, and the Hat-Tricks do a good job. That's what they did in Carolina, too. When the team goes down, they step on their throat and make sure they bury them.
Back the other way, Contrado with the shot. That's kicked aside by Kelly. But Brandon's got the puck behind the net. Side angle shot from Taylor cutting. And Dillon got just enough of that. And now here comes Danbury. Levesque carrying into the Thunder zone. Throws one into the slot. Puck bounces through as Bronner goes to the corner with Taylor cutting. Shinkaruk comes away with it. He takes a hit from Jordan Clark. And now McIntosh will play it back to Charlie Penz. Penz will carry it through the zone. Kind of delayed firing that into the zone, and it got knocked down by Freeman. And now Danbury is going to try to get a free out here. Tuma holds behind the net.
Looked like McIntosh was on the figure skating team there as he avoided the shot in from Charlie Penz. But this Hat-Tricks team, this is a really good team, and they're showing you why. They're great in their defensive zone, and when they turn it up into the offensive zone, they do this.
Levesque around Penz, throws it through the goal mouth, but nobody home. Bonnell gets to it, gives it back to Levesque behind the net. The pass from Levesque back to Bonnell is deflected by Jordan Clark. And now the Thunder get it back to center, but Johnny Ruiz knocks that down at the red line. Levesque's pass for Bonnell, knocked down, and here comes McIntosh, back the other way for Delaware. Evan across the blue line, holds, fires a shot, Dylan Kelly. Again, key to his night tonight, no rebound, as he holds that one right against his chest for a face-off. And I think finally, for the first time tonight, we are going to get that media timeout.
Media timeout. Now it's 4-1 here. And this Danbury Hat-Tricks team, they do the things right. You see why they've won 5 in a row. I believe it was 15 of 16 that they won, too, on the stretch. And obviously, you go to Carolina, you win against the best team last year in the league, arguably still the best team this year. But
right.
Danbury's making a case for it. So as we are here on YouTube.com and the FBHL Live, the Danbury Hat-Trick fan listening, you guys got to be more than happy with your team thus far as an expansion team.
Without question, leading the Eastern Division, as you mentioned, knocking off the defending Commissioners Cup champions, and a team in Carolina that had only had one loss going into last weekend. So to beat them 2 in a row, impressive. And yeah, I mean, they've shown all the sides tonight of maybe being the best team that I've seen in person this year. I did see, obviously, the Thunderbirds were here, but it was the second week of the season,
right.
So it's early on. But, man, Kelly's been great in goal, and if he's their second-best goaltender, it'll be interesting to see what Thomas McGuckin brings to the table tomorrow night.
Right, and before the call-up, Dylan Kelly was the guy. Now it's McGuckin, so you don't know what you're going to get with this team. I very much enjoy watching this Hat-Tricks team play hockey.
Cristofaro with a shot from the point takes a weird bounce off the backboards, and now it's loose in the corner. Kalinin tried to carry it through one defenseman, but it just trickles back to the blue line, and here comes Aaron Atwell. Atwell throws one into the slot to Cristofaro, took it away initially. Atwell got it back, and then his shot's knocked down by a sprawling Kalinin. And if Evgeny Demon comes away with the puck, gets it ahead to Tony. Tony backhands one into the slot. Tundle couldn't get a stick on that. Nice back check play by Gordy Bunnell, who's a goal scorer tonight for the Hat-Tricks. Through the neutral zone. A name we've said a lot tonight, Aaron Atwell. He and Brown have been great on the blue line for the Hat-Tricks. Brown's pass off the stick of Johnny Ruiz into the Delaware corner. 5 minutes left here in the second period. Corey Anderson's going to get to this puck. He gets upended by Bryce Litke, but he gets it deep to Koshik. Koshik then loses the puck, and now Patrick Tundle just flips one through the neutral zone. Kalinin trying to win a race with Tuma, and he does. Tony Kalinin walks into the slot, now throws one in front, and that's deflected by Gavrik to the near wall, and the Danbury Hat-Tricks are able to get it out all the way down. No icing here, though. Just Cristofaro gets to it first, but he's pestered by Koshik. Koshik missed his pass to Gavrik, and now Bryce Litke has the puck and plays it ahead, but not out. Koshik to Corey Anderson. Plays it for Listmeyer, who holds at the blue line. He'll shuffle it ahead to Gavrik. Koshik in the corner. He takes a big hit from Bryce Litke. Bench was looking for a boarding call there, but none to be had. Corey Anderson, weird angle shot, and it comes loose in the slot. Koshik with his shot, and it goes wide. Puck still loose in the corner. Danbury nearly with another great chance, but Eric Masters comes away with it. Bryce Litke finally gets it back to center. As it comes all the way back into the Danbury zone, Listmeyer plays.
This is the most physical I've seen Bryce Litke play, and it's a different style from him. He's your offensive defenseman. He does make some very good defensive plays in the D zone, but not known for his physicality, showing it tonight.
Listmeyer takes Contrato to the wall, and now here comes Shinkarik back the other way for Danbury. Gets around Kieran Devine as the puck goes to the corner. Shinkarik just chops it along. Levesque kind of fanned on his pass, and Eric Masters is able to get that. Kieran Devine just back to center, but Shinkarik comes away with possession. Atwell will play it back to Brown. We're down to 3:15 left in the second period.
Yeah, and it just seems like Delaware, since the last goal, has kind of lost their groove in this game, and it's been all hat tricks.
Kieran Devine has no stick, so Jordan Clark will have to skate across and play this as the hat tricks go for a change. Dearson comes out with Ruiz and Bonnell. And now Jordan Clark will look to work it out of his zone. Now he'll circle back through the goal mouth to Kieran Devine. Kieran tried to play it through center. Ruiz knocked it down, but it comes to Ryan Marker. Marker, side angle shot. That's patted away by Dylan Kelly. Rebound corralled by Dearson. Dearson gets a big hit from Taylor Cutting, and Ryan Marker gets to the puck again. Rolls off his stick, and he's able to backhand it back in deep, but Dearson has it for Danbury, and he'll just lift it back to center. Nice little chip pass from Johnny Ruiz. Bonnell in a slot shot. Score! Gordy Bonnell is second of the night. Beats Aaron Taylor to the short side, and it's 5-1 hat tricks. I think that's one that Darren will tell you he'd like to have back.
Yeah, well, sometimes being a goaltender, you know, when that shot comes off the stick kind of weird like that one did, and it's a bit of a change-up, as we like to say, as it just trickled past the pad, and it's now 5-1 Danbury.
And, you know, give Johnny Ruiz a ton of credit.
What a pass.
Bouncing puck, and he just kind of flipped it forward over the head of the defenseman that sent Bonnell on the break. That's a beautiful play by Johnny Ruiz. They're happy to have him back in Danbury. His 18th assist of the season, now up to 32 points tonight.
And Gordy Bonnell, known more for his playmaking abilities, got 2 goals tonight.
Second leading scorer coming into the night points-wise for the hat tricks, who are again controlling the play now. Koshik, he's got it behind the net. He's marked by McIntosh, but he gets it to Gavrik. Gavrik in the slot. Corey Anderson shot muted a bit by DeCristofaro. And here comes the Thunder the other way. McIntosh's pass jumps over the stick of Taylor Cutting. Freeman throws it back to center. He'll find Charlie Penz. Minute 55 left in the second period. Another weird bounce off the boards. And then Contrato can't get a control of the puck, and it's still loose at center. And Corey Anderson gets to it for Danbury. His pass attempt, he fans on. Puck loose in the corner. Contrato backhands one ahead, but can't get it out of the zone as Bronner plays it back into the corner. Levesque gets it behind. Shinkarik gets around to Cristofaro. Continues to hold the puck. Now he turns. Tried to shoot one through the slot, and it was knocked down by Daniel DeCristofaro. His pass is ahead for Taylor Cutting. He's marked by Brown. Puck loose. Shinkarik. Little touch pass for Aaron Atwell to carry back to center for the hat tricks. Atwell across the blue line. He'll just throw it in behind the net. Aaron Taylor pokes it into the corner. Centering attempt is taken away by Evan McIntosh. Long pass ahead. Municello. Now we're going to get a penalty as Brown's going to get called for a penalty. A penalty shot is coming. As Thomas Municello is going to get a chance to get Delaware back on the board. As Steve Brown did everything he could to try not to hold Municello there, but got just enough of him to hold him up that they're going to give a penalty shot. First,
you know, I have to say, I think Brown did a very good
I did
job
too.
there. And when a player goes into you, leans on you, it's going to be tough to not get the call. But I really think Brown made the right play there. If I'm the official, I got my hands down there, and I'm saying clean hockey, play on, good play.
I'm kind of with you. The Delaware Thunder could certainly use the break tonight. So Thomas Municello, who finally cracked into the scoring column 3 weeks ago, added another last week at Port Huron. He'll look for his third of the season and try to make this a 3-goal game as he walks in on Dylan Kelly. Shoots and scores! Thomas Municello beat Kelly to the glove side. Top shelf makes it 5-2. 2 straight periods, the Thunder have tallied a goal with less than a minute to play.
5-2. Here come the Thunder, maybe. That's a big one for Thomas Minichiello. A 3-goal game going into the third. Still not where you want to be, I get it. But
it's a much different feeling now.
Exactly right.
Especially if it holds up for the next 54 seconds. Or, if nothing else, for the next 54 seconds, if they start to turn the tide, because the hat tricks have controlled the play for the last 6 or 7 minutes. Off the draw, Minichiello fires it all the way in. Eric Masters will get there first. Plays it deep. Marker in the corner. Gets a bump from Bunnell, and now here comes Johnny Ruiz for Danbury. His pass off the boards behind Dearson. Puck's loose in the slot, and Eric Masters will play there. Just kind of throws it to no one, though, and Bunnell gets to it. 2 goals tonight for Bunnell, and now he gets it deeper to Dearson. He spins around Masters. Kieran Devine will play it along for Bryce Litke. 20 seconds left in the second period. Minichiello's backhand outlet is stolen by Johnny Ruiz. His shot's deflected and goes into the netting with 17.2 to go.
And you see what the hat tricks do, right back the other way off the penalty shot goal, I should say, for the Delaware Thunder. And now the hat tricks take the momentum right back, and only 54 seconds left. The third period could be a total different story.
Corey Anderson, Koshik, and Gavrik are out for the hat tricks with Atwell and Brown on defense. It's the triple M's for Delaware, along with Litke and Devine on defense. They win the draw, back to center. Brown plays it back into the Delaware zone. 10 seconds left in the period. Litke will hold. Koshik gets a little paddle there from Aaron Taylor as he comes through the crease. Down to 2 seconds. Minichiello fires, and that shot goes wide as the second period comes to a close. So a period that started 2-1 Danbury ends 5-2 with the hat tricks getting the lead. They had a shorthanded goal, a power play goal, and an even strength goal here in the second period. The Thunder score on a penalty shot by Thomas Minichiello, and it's interesting. You know, we both agreed that we thought Steve Brown played that pretty well. He's asking the referee as they go to the locker room, like, you know, how could I have played that differently?
Right, yeah, I Wake said 100% down the middle. Clean play in my book. I mean, the stick came around Minichiello a little bit, yes, but Minichiello's leaning into the much bigger Brown. So it's a tough play for Brown there. I think he did everything right. Unfortunately for him, the call didn't go his way that time. But if you're a fan watching and you say, hey, what did he do? I'm going to agree. I don't know what he did.
Gordy Bunnell scores a pair of goals in the second period. Johnny Ruiz with a helper on both of them. Casper Dearson got an assist as well. Dearson also assisted on Matthias Koshik's goal that Danbury scored on the power play. Aaron Atwell with a helper too, and then Thomas Minichiello on a penalty shot at 19:06 of the second period makes it a 5-2 hockey game. Danbury outshoots the Thunder 13-10 in that second period. Shots for the game are 26-20. Try to check some scores from around the FHL tonight, as there's plenty of other action around the Federal Hockey League. You got the Danville Dashers taking on Battle Creek. Battle Creek looking to build upon their first ever win that they got last week against Elmira. That game is 1-1 after the first period, but Danville outshooting Battle Creek 21-4 in that first period. In other action, the Columbus River Dragons at home against Port Huron. They now have extended their lead to 2-0 over the Prowlers. Goals by Parker Moskal and Cameron Dimmitt for Columbus as they lead 2-0. That game's between the first and second. The Carolina Thunderbirds, they're looking to bounce back after their weekend sweep last weekend against Danbury. They're taking on Mentor. That game's tied at 1-1 in the second period. Goals by Daniel Martin for Carolina. Declan Conway, who leads the league in goals, has tallied for the Icebreakers. That gives him now 26 on the season. So for a short period of time, Ryan Marker had tied for the league lead in goals. Declan Conway taking that back for Mentor. Again, that game is 1-1 with about 9 minutes to go in the second period. That leaves us with Elmira at Watertown, the only other game in progress tonight in the FHL. The Enforcers have a 3-2 lead over the Wolves after one period. So a lot of offense in the first period there. Even strength goals for the Enforcers, 2 by Ahmed Mahfouz. Hudson Michaelis scored the other. Dominic Bogzel and Cole Sanstabo have found the net for Watertown. So after 40 minutes of play, I know we were kind of wrapped up after the first intermission around the controversy of that goal that shouldn't have been, that was. As you look ahead to the third period, what's your mindset? What do you think is the discussion going on in each locker room right now?
Well, if you're in the Danbury Hat locker room, you're not wanting to change much up. Obviously, another good period. The only goal you give up is on the penalty shot, 5-on-5 penalty power play. Obviously, very perfectly executed that period by the Hat-trick. So they're feeling good, and I think when the puck is in the defensive zone for this Hat-trick's team, there's not much to worry about. You got Dylan Kelly back there. You got Atwell. You got Brown. Those are three guys that every time they're on the ice, most times it's good things happen in that defensive zone, and it's usually one and done for that team. The puck comes in, you get a shot, you miss the net, it's usually right back out the other way. They're a very, very good team in their own zone. And even though they give up sometimes a little more shots than I'm sure they'd like, you saw tonight even, not many dangerous scoring chances for the Thunder.
No, as you mentioned, not a ton of traffic in front of Dylan Kelly, which was one of your keys in the pregame show. And he's done a really nice job of just controlling rebounds. If you look at least two, if not three, of the goals that Danbury has scored, it's second chance opportunities. That was an issue that Aaron Taylor was having early on in the season, that he seemed to have been on a pretty good run here of late, but he's had a bit of a tough time tonight with the rebounds, and that's led to some premium scoring chances for the Hat-tricks. Let's take a moment to thank our fine sponsors here at the Thunderdome, and then we'll come back with third period action. He's Mike Basile. I'm Gary Schofield. We appreciate you watching as we bring you Delaware Thunder hockey, which you can, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find the link at DelawareThunder.com, but you can always find a link to all the action at FederalHockey.com as well.
The Delaware Thunder would like to thank their corporate sponsors: Betsy Ross Pizza, Brimminghorn Meadery, Duck Creek Printing, Gatehouse Media, M&T Bank, Easy Loans Incorporated, The Barn, Harrington Insurance, Big Oyster Brewery, 47 ABC, Delaware Prep Ice Hockey, Bridal Bit Liquors, Charlie's Painting, American Hockey Services, Forever Media, Applebee's Grill and Bar, Robert Webster Cosmetic and Family Dentistry, Delmarva Chiropractic and Wellness Center, First Aid Fabrication, Pizza King, Post-Acute Medical, Premier Orthopedic Bone and Joint Care, Holiday Inn Express, Delaware State Lottery, Planet Fitness, Mission Barbecue, THG Transport Incorporated, the YMCA of Delaware, CrossFit Dover, Texas Roadhouse, Urco Ceilings and Interiors, Chick-fil-A, MD Mechanical, and Fine Line Website and IT Consulting. We'll return to the next period in minutes. I'm Gary Schofield along with Mike Basile. Thanks for watching Delaware Thunder Hockey at DelawareThunder.com.
And we welcome you back into Thunderdome as we get set for third period action between the Delaware Thunder and the Danbury Hat Tricks. Again, Danbury comes in on a 5-game winning streak. They've won 16-17. The Thunder coming off of a win in their last game last Saturday at Port Huron and have won 4 out of 6, but they trail by 3 heading into the final period. Our score is 5-2. Elmira's added a goal to their lead over Watertown. They're now up 4-2. Trying to get you caught up on the scores around the league. Carolina, I should say. Carolina and Mentor tied at 2, as both teams have tallied there in the second period. Everett Thompson, Dimitri Danilek scores for Mentor, making that one a 2-2 game. The Battle Creek Rumblebees, who again looking to build off their first win ever, they're tied with Danville at 1. That game's still waiting to go into the second period. Columbus leading Port Huron 2-0. So that gets you caught up on what's happening around the FHL. So as we head into the third period here tonight, again with the Thunder trailing 5-2, if you're Danbury, I know what my answer to this question would be, but I'm just curious. Do you change your style at all coming into the final 20 minutes because you're holding on to a 3-goal advantage?
No, I think when teams do that and they start to, play that defensive shell, that's when things go a bit south. So if you're playing like the Hat Tricks have been, you're playing good hockey, you're doing all the little things right, no reason to change anything up, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't change a thing. I would try to keep the pressure on. And it's one of those things, too, like when you're playing the same team on back-to-back nights, I almost feel like if you have an opportunity to really bury a team, go ahead and bury them. Give them a little bit of doubt before they come back out for tomorrow night's game. So that's why I would expect Danbury to just keep the pressure on.
Yeah, and I really do. I think they will, because this third period, if Delaware doesn't win and they lose, let's say 5-4, that'll set the tone for tomorrow night, just like you said. If this game ends 7-2, then Danbury feels like they have a huge advantage going in to tomorrow night. Aaron Taylor remains in the net. I was curious to see if Morgan Hudson would come into the game. I don't blame Aaron for really any of the goals tonight. I mean,
no.
I know the last goal, the breakaway one where it fanned on it, you like to have it back, but that's tough. That's like you're expecting fastball and you get a curveball. It looks tough.
Absolutely. So the Triple M line will start for Delaware. Again, same starters, Marker, Municello, Masters, Pens, and DeCristofaro. Shinkerick, Bronner, and Levesque are out for Danbury with Brown and Atwell on defense. A false start there on the faceoff. We'll try it again. Shinkerick gets it to Levesque. Levesque will just backhand it into the corner. As we're underway, third period action, Gary Schofield alongside Mike Basile. You're watching Delaware Thunder hockey on YouTube. Atwell tried to keep it the blue line, but that puck got out, so now Danbury's got to clear the zone. They do. Charlie Pens gets it to Municello, skates around Bonner. Now he throws it ahead to Marker, who just tips it into the zone. It's loose in the slot. Chopped at by Masters, but Brown's able to get it to Levesque. Levesque's clearing attempt goes off the glove of Municello. Stolen from behind by Masters, and now Shinkerick gets it back at the red line and plays it across to Brown, and he'll just dump it into the Delaware zone. The Hat Tricks will go for a change. We're 40 seconds into the third period, and Delaware looks to break out.
Yeah, the Thunder need to start to set the tone early in this period. Municello takes a shot up high.
Puck stolen away. They'll play it ahead for Bonnell, who's got 2 goals tonight. DeCristofaro just blindly backhands it, and Dearson gets to it. But Bonnell with a quick shot, and that was knocked down, I think, by Devine. It just goes to the corner. Back behind the net, Johnny Ruiz tried to play it out in front. He's marked by Kieran Devine. And now the puck comes to Masters as he's able to get it back to center. Municello's going to backhand it in. Looks like the Thunder will go for a change, but Kelly covers up as Ryan Marker just kind of cruised in to the Danbury zone. We'll get a face-off to Kelly's left.
It was a big shift to start the period. 1 minute and 15 seconds for the first line for both teams here. That's a long time to be out there, so might not see them for a little bit unless a power play comes about.
Demon, Tundle, Kalinin, Anderson out with Gavrik and Koshik. Kalinin in the corner, holds for Delaware, walks into the circle, throws it into the slot. Was hoping to get a streaking Evgeny Demon, but he missed. Litke with a shot from the point, and that's gloved down by Kelly. Again, no rebound. We'll get another faceoff.
Yeah, if you're Delaware this period, you're throwing everything towards the net. It's never a bad play to put it on cage for the Delaware Thunder.
You know, you talked about the chemistry between Evgeny Demon and Anton Kalinin. Every play, every minute, every period that goes by, I just feel like it keeps getting better. Those two are going to be fun to watch as the season progresses.
For sure. I mean, they already are fun to watch right now. Here they go again.
Tundle with a steal. Patrick with a quick shot. That went right off the mask of Dylan Kelly. It looked like he just missed it with his glove. Deflects off the mask and out of play.
That's a good save still. You know, it didn't look pretty, but he got a piece of it with the glove off the mask, and it stays out. Dylan Kelly having quite the night. Only thing that beat him, the penalty shot and the twisted wrister for Marker.
Yeah, he's been really good tonight for Danbury. Demon again on the draw. Shinkerink will take it. Demon wins another. Kalina with a quick shot, but that got knocked down, but Brown got a piece of it. And now along the near wall, Levesque will carry out for Danbury. Gets through Demon and is able to play it deep into the Delaware zone. He'll race with Litke. Bryce gets to it. Gets it to Devine. Kieran with a pass out to Kalina, who hands off to Tundle. Patrick tried to walk through Freeman, but instead he got Demon. Demon with a rolling puck. That's patted away by Kelly. And now the puck loose behind the net. Shinkerink leaves it for Freeman. They'll play a little catch there. Freeman holds. Gets it to Levesque. Shinkerink pucks in his skates, but is able to get it to center. Bronner will play it there. Back to Freeman. His pass for Tuma's too far. And now Kalinin across ice. Gets Taylor Cutting, who works through McIntosh. Back to Kalinin. Tony in the circle. Stops, fires a shot, and it goes high and wide. And now it's going to roll all the way back towards the blue line. Good out there by Dearson. Jordan Clark playing it to Pens. McIntosh will chip it into the corner. 17:20 to go. Again, a little physicality from Taylor Cutting with a hit on Bonnell. But the hat tricks get the puck. Dearson with a nifty move to get around McIntosh, but pressured by Contrato. Puck still loose along the near wall. Jordan Clark keeps it in, but it comes to Aaron Atwell. Atwell across to Freeman. Back to Atwell right in front of his own net. Now Freeman falls, but McIntosh couldn't get control of the puck. Dearson comes back the other way for Danbury.
This has been a good shift here for the hat tricks, keeping everything to the outside as the time just keeps ticking away. Delaware still needs 3.
Jordan Clark gets it to Contrato to McIntosh. Corey Anderson from his knees breaks that pass up. But from the blue line, Charlie Pens plays it ahead to McIntosh. Evan gets it all the way in behind Dylan Kelly. 16:35 to go in the third. Brown just plays it to Atwell. Here comes Corey Anderson through center. In the circle, his shot blocker down by Taylor, but again, another juicy rebound just sitting in the slot. Luckily, Marker gets to it. Taylor Cutting now at the red line. His pass for Contrato's too far. And Gavrik will play it ahead. Too far for Koshik, though. To Cristofaro, to Cutting. Taylor tried to trip one to Marker, but instead Corey Anderson comes back the other way. Little drop pass for Koshik. He's going to take it all the way around the net, but he loses control, but Corey Anderson's there for Danbury. He spins away from Marker. He'll backhand it ahead. Koshik now. Tried to go back in front of the net. Instead, he leaves it for Gavrik. Gavrik runs into Kieran Devine. Devine goes down. Puck comes loose. And now it's Tuma walking in from the point to play it. Can't get through to Cristofaro. And now Ryan Marker's got the puck. He'll just try to backhand one out of the zone. Instead, he can't. Shinkerink plays it. But finally, they get it back to center. Now we get an offside. As Shinkerink, I don't think, was quite out of the zone.
Yeah, not sure. Not sure why Shinkerink went to touch that puck. Would have just been dumped in deep. But instead he touched it. Now we'll have a face-off at center ice. Almost to that 5-minute mark in this third period. And Danbury's done a great job early in this third to keep Delaware away from the front of the net. They had a couple of good scoring chances. Kalinin threw the best one of the period, I would say high.
Marker wins the draw. De Cristofaro will play it in the Delaware zone. Daniel gets it to Marker. Ryan back to De Cristofaro, who walks through the neutral zone, gets around Bronner, winds and fires one, and that's over the blocker of Kelly and wide. Masters plays it in deep, but Aaron Atwell gets there first for Danbury. His pass for Levesque hops over his stick, but Kieran Devine was already backpedaling into the neutral zone and is able to just play it ahead to Municello, who chips it in. Aaron Atwell's got it there. He'll play it to Shinkerink. We're officially 5 minutes into this third period. 5-2 Danbury. Puck comes loose in the circle as Atwell got stripped by Municello. Thomas just couldn't corral the puck, though, and it gets back to center. Hit from behind was Devine, and now here comes Levesque. He walks into the zone. Backhands one to Taylor. That's on the outside of the net. Don't get too excited. Puck loose in the corner. Shinkerink, backhand pass across the zone to Atwell. He tries to get around Devine. Kieran's going to work him into the corner, but the puck comes to Levesque. His pass is deflected, but Shinkerink gets it. He'll carry behind the net. All the way around. Backhands one through the slot. Puck's bouncing off Kieran Devine. Dearson comes away with it. Back behind for Levesque. He'll backhand one into the slot, and it comes to Municello. Municello ahead to Kalinin, who walks through the neutral zone with speed. in the circle, walks into the slot, moves around the defender, but still holding, throws it in front. Looking for Patrick Tundle, but instead he found Atwell, who carries it out for Danbury to the Delaware blue line. That's where it's chopped ahead by Litke, but now Johnny Ruiz picks it up. Walks right into the slot, fires a shot. It's blocked by Charlie Penns. And now here comes Patrick Tundle. Charlie's certainly feeling that one as he comes back to the bench. Tundle winds and fires one. That goes well wide, and Kalinin holds on the far wall, playing it into the corner to Evgeny Demin. He spins away from Johnny Ruiz. Evgeny on the wraparound. Puck's loose in front. It was played by Tundle, but he didn't get much on it. Covered up by Kelly, and then hit from behind by Brown was Patrick Tundle to get the whistle.
I don't know if I've seen any player at any level block more shots than Charlie Penns does. That one very painfully right off the top of the ankle, but he makes the play and blocks the shot on the bench. Appears to be okay here. Getting checked out, though, obviously, after he took that shot there.
13:42 to go. And I don't know that I would say that Danbury's changed their style, but they certainly don't seem to be as quick to try to set up their offense here. Kind of just playing comfortable, it seems.
Yes, then they're playing a steady third period.
Off the draw, Litke will play it deep behind for Tundle. Patrick plays it for Demin, a bit too far. Corey Anderson gets to it, but he's not able to get it out. Bryce Litke at the blue line. Plays it back in deep, loose behind the net. Demin beats Tuma to it. Now Tundle throws it through the slot. Litke on the backhand. He'll throw one in front. Nice save by Kelly, and again, corralling the rebound with Kalinin on the doorstep, gets another whistle.
Yeah, and then you got Thomas McGuckin to this team, and that's what I'm saying. This Hat-Tricks team doesn't seem to have a weak spot in the lineup.
They'll keep Demin, Tundle, and Kalinin out. Jordan Clark and Litke on the defense. Tuma comes to the bench. As Atwell and Brown back on defense. Anderson, Koshik, Gavrik for Danbury. Here comes Corey Anderson. Just going to dump it in behind Aaron Taylor. Taylor paddles it ahead. Now stolen at the side of the net from the stick of Demin. That was Koshik who got it loose. Evgeny gets it back, and now he'll skate around behind Aaron Taylor into the slot. Works around Levesque. And from the red line, he'll just dump it all the way in. Atwell chips it ahead. Levesque's going to play it there. A little touch pass to Shinkarink as he gets into the Delaware zone. Quick shot. And Aaron Taylor covers that one up. No rebound that time. 12:42 to go. Danbury leads 5-2.
Good save by Aaron Taylor. The quick shot, like you said, it looked like it came out of nowhere. The quick release swallowed up by Aaron Taylor. Another big save for Taylor tonight.
Triple M's are back out for Delaware. Marker, Masters, Municello. Shinkarink will stay out with Bronner and Levesque. Freeman and Tuma on defense. Ryan wins the draw to Cristofaro. Tried to play it around for Devine. Municello comes away with it. Quick pass out to Marker. Ryan dumps one into the zone. It's going to bounce past Kelly. He'll work with Masters behind the net when he's able to get it to Tuma. Tuma holds, throws it across for Shinkarink, but it's stolen by Municello. And now we get a late whistle on an offside. A very late whistle.
Looked like the puck did come in and out. Tough to tell from here, but it looked like that puck did fully cross.
So face-off just outside the Danbury zone. Lines will stay the same here. I will say one thing. Delaware has gotten the better of Danbury in the face-off circle tonight. Hasn't necessarily led to a lot of chances as they win another draw here. Devine plays it across to DeCristofaro. Daniels pass ahead for Marker. Missed. No icing here, though, as Freeman plays it. His outlet's deflected by Municello in the corner. Back to Thomas from Marker. Shinkarink, though, is able to backhand one ahead for Bronner. He'll just play it in behind. We're under 12 minutes to play now in the third period. And Levesque got it into the skates of Marker. Back on side here. Tuma gets to it. And at this point, it just looks like Danbury. They're content with working as much clock as possible.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit the wind's out of the sails right now for Delaware. They need a fight, a big hit. They need something. There's still over 10 minutes to go. 3 goals is doable. Not likely, but definitely doable.
Ryan Marker plays it deep in the Danbury zone. He'll go to the back wall with Atwell, and Atwell's able to get it to Johnny Ruiz. To Dearson, and his pass back for Ruiz is stolen by Contrado. Brandon leaves it for Taylor Cutting. Nice back check by Johnny Ruiz, but then Taylor steals it from him. He'll fire a shot, and Dylan Kelly's able to make the save. With some traffic in front, again, the key tonight, Dylan Kelly. It's been one and done, leaving no rebounds, and again gets the whistle.
It's a big save there by Kelly. There's a couple bodies in front, one being Ryan Marker, the other Brandon Contrado, the two leading point getters on this team for the Delaware Thunder.
11:13 to play. Evan McIntosh will take the draw with Corey Anderson. This time the Hat Tricks get the face-off win as Aaron Atwell will play it around. Nice little chip pass ahead for Koshik as he comes through the neutral zone. His shot from well outside the circle, not a ton on it. And Aaron Taylor easily gloves that down, and we'll get a whistle to his right.
Oh, it's very clear Danbury's just putting everything towards the net. They don't want anything to go backwards when they get to the offensive zone. They don't want any odd man rushes the other way. It seems like the way they've played this third period is a little bit of the safer route for sure.
Must wonder how much of that has to do with the fact that they played last night, another game tomorrow, and be trying to conserve a little bit of energy at this point.
Busy couple days.
Yep. Shot from the point by Freeman goes high and well wide. Bryce Litke backhands it ahead. Clearing attempt by Contrado's knocked down by Koshik. Freeman will play it ahead to him again, and now Gavrick plays it around Jordan Clark. Here's Corey Anderson, and now we get another late offside whistle.
That play looked onside to me. It looked like Corey Anderson was in prime scoring chance, and the Hat Tricks look upset. Nobody knows really how that one was blown dead. It was very, very late.
It's not often you see an offside called when the puck carrier is past the dot in the circle, but that's what just happened. And the faceoff's going to come all the way back in front of the Danbury blue line. Off the draw, Corey Anderson gets the win. Tuma will carry ahead. He'll just play it into the Delaware zone. Kieran Devine has it there. Get it across to Ryan Marker. Back to Kieran, who tried to work around Bronner, but not much further. Freeman will play it there for Danbury. 10:25 to go. Stretch pass for Gavrick. Gets it to Shinkarink. He throws one in front to Bronner. Didn't get a whole lot on it, but Taylor was there to make the save. But right back to Bronner in the slot. He's manned by Charlie Penz. Loose puck played there by Ryan Marker. Off the stick of Sedenko. And back to the Hat Tricks. Sedenko steals that backhand pass, but a bit too far for Brennan Young. Levesque comes back the other way. Levesque tried to get it to Shinkarink, but it goes through the slot and into the corner. Sedenko will play it off the wall back to center. That's where Brown plays it in. Danbury has to get out of the zone, and they do. Taylor sets it up for Charlie Penz. Penz off the wall, but can't get Brennan Young as the puck bounces off his stick. And now back into the Danbury zone. Brown plays to Atwell.
Good shift for Carter Shinkarink. He finds a way always to get to the front of the net. That's how he makes the magic happen. That's why he is one of those 6 players with that 20-plus points.
Cristofaro dumps it all the way in behind. Dylan Kelly sets it up for Brown. Tried to find Dearson. It's off his stick all the way back to center, and here comes Bonnell. Gets it to Ruiz. No, nice pass to Dearson, but he whiffed on the shot, and the puck comes loose. Marker will play it to Sedenko. Sedenko holds, gets across the blue line. Now he stops. Backhand pass to Brennan Young, and a big hit on Brennan Young by Dearson. And the puck's loose in the corner. Tuma tries to play it out. It's off the glove of Marker. Here comes Johnny Ruiz, and now we got a fight as Jordan Clark, standing up for Brennan Young, is going at Dearson. They're exchanging blows. Jordan Clark, right and a right. Now Dearson back with a right. Uppercut from Jordan Clark, and this is a heck of a haymaker as Jordan Clark is bringing the Thunder. This is a good old-fashioned Donnybrook between Dearson and Jordan Clark, and the sticks are slapping for both benches. That, my friends, was worth the price of admission.
Jordan Clark, what a fight. That's what you do. You stand up for your teammate. It looks like Clark got a couple tough ones up high there during the fight, and wow, that was back and forth. That was a good, even showdown between those two. That was a heck of a fight. Haven't seen that one in quite some time. Dearson could throw.
Yeah, I will say we've seen quite a few fights this season. That just might be the best one that I've seen here at the Thunderdome just yet. I'll tell you what, I think Jordan was a little upset because Brennan had his head down when Dearson came for that hit, which, you know, there are 2 schools of thought on that. And you tell me, as a former hockey player yourself, you can't put your head down in the offensive zone, but you, at the same time, you're not supposed to go for the head either.
Yeah, there's something called a suicide pass, and that's one of them right there from Nikita Sedenko. Dropped it right there, and Brennan Young took the pass, and obviously when you accept the pass, you're going to have your head down, and he got him blew up. But I love that from Jordan Clark. That's the type of player he is. He'll be the first to stand up for his teammate. He'll be the first to drop the gloves for you. He's a great player to have, and defensively pretty sound as well.
So Dearson and Jordan Clark, each 5 minutes for fighting. Now, I think Levesque is trying to say that the faceoff should come back to center ice as opposed to in the Danbury zone, which makes sense because the puck was moving back towards the Delaware zone.
The refs are going to huddle here. Maybe media timeout too, because I don't think there should be a manpower advantage. So,
right, so that shouldn't affect it.
Should be
because
the media timeout still, I believe. But
well, again, the score is a bit lopsided tonight. I think this game has been better than what the score indicates. As Mike will tell you, the score really should be 4-2.
Right.
Because the second goal of the night, scored by the Hat Tricks, wasn't a goal. It hit the post. But listen, the goal judge turned the light on. The referee signaled a goal, so it counts on the scoreboard. But this has been it's almost reminiscent of the series in Danbury.
Right.
You know what I mean? Tightly played. Both teams getting some good chances, but just one extra chance or one more finished play by the Hat Tricks was the difference that weekend there. And, again, they've played a little bit more of a relaxed style here in the third period.
Well, that seems like what it's been all season for the Danbury Hat Tricks. A lot of teams could say, hey, we stuck with them, we did this, we looked a little better than them, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
Danbury's winning all these games, and at the end of the day, you're not going to remember on October 27th, Carolina played a close game against Danbury. No, you're going to remember Danbury got those 3 points and beat them. So that's what matters. And at the end of the day, you know, Delaware could say, and any team in that matter could say, hey, we played them good, but you need the 3 points, and Danbury keeps getting them. That's why they're atop the East Division.
It's a good call. If the score stands up, they'll have their 6th straight win. And it'll be then 17 of 18. This team started the year at 2-4. They now sit at 17-5. Second most points in the FHL, second best winning percentage in the FHL as well, atop the Eastern Division.
And it's actually Nikita Sedenko in the box. I believe Jordan Clark went to the locker room maybe to get some repairs. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Didn't exactly see where he got it or if it was a bruise, bloody, not sure. But here's Tundle.
Tundle from the slot. He scores! Patrick Tundle! He's telling us to stop talking about tomorrow night. This game's not over yet. And you mentioned it in the open about how Patrick Tundle has become more of an offensive player on this team. Remember, early on in the year, he was really playing on the blue line. Very limited shifts as a winger, but he's really kind of climbed his way up the ladder over the last month.
Yeah, if you saw the article before the game tonight, Thomas Minicello and Patrick Tundle were two players that we touched on. And we said these are the two guys that you'll look to now at this point in the season. And they're two guys at the beginning of the year didn't necessarily see a ton of time.
Tundle's second goal of the year. He's now got 6 points. Danbury comes right back the other way after the draw. Koshik had a chance but lost the puck. Now at the blue line, Freeman keeps it in, throws one in front. Bounces off to Cristofaro. Bonnell, who's got a pair of goals tonight, goes to the far wall. Puck's loose there. And DeCristo is able to play it out to Demon. Demon skates around Koshik. Across the blue line. Drop pass to DeCristofaro. Now it's to Demon at the side of the net. He scores! Evgeny Demon has made it a one-goal game.
What a play! DeCristofaro chips it to the front. Evgeny Demon buries it to the back of the net. 2 goals in 20 seconds. It's 5-4. And the Thunderdome is louder than it's ever been.
Now, is this a moment where if you're Bill McCreary, the head coach of the Danbury Hat Tricks, maybe you think about using that timeout here?
I would. It's 5-4. You give up 2 quick ones. And nothing against the goaltender tonight, Dylan Kelly, who's been phenomenal. But 2 you might want back.
Right. 6th goal of the season for Demon makes it a 1-goal game with 8:10 to play. Off the draw, Ryan Marker's got it in the Delaware zone. He plays it back to Kieran Devine. Municello tips that one ahead, but it only gets Brown in the belly. Plays it across for Atwell. Gavrik plays to Corey Anderson. He walks in with speed, fires one from the circle. That's off the glove of Aaron Taylor, but another rebound loose in the corner. Anderson plays behind. He's marked by Litke. Pass out towards the slot, intercepted by Eric Masters. Drop pass from Municello, fumbled by Devine. And then his pass for Marker's too far. No icing, though. Atwell gets to it. He'll backhand it ahead. Kieran Devine's able to keep it in. It's in the skates of Municello. Kieran again keeps it in from the blue line. And it's loose along the far wall. Gavrik gets there, walls off Eric Masters, and is able to just get it back to center ice. Kieran Devine plays it ahead. Eric Masters will chop it into the Danbury zone, where he'll work former Thunder Brett Metton, who hasn't been on the ice much tonight for the Hat Tricks. And now Gavrick plays it out to center. Bryce Litke has it there.
Menton, one of the nicest people you'll meet. Very good hockey player as well. I know we haven't seen him much tonight, but he's kind of like a Patrick Tundle, one of those guys who could play both sides of the ice for you.
Marker defended really well there by Atwell. And Aaron gets the puck ahead to Gavrick. Through the neutral zone, Shinkarick tries to get around Pens. Charlie plays him well. Hat-Trick's bench wanted a penalty there. They don't get it. To Cristofaro, ahead to Marker. He'll hand to Contrado. They'll crisscross. Marker from the circle, a blast, and it goes wide. Cutting throws one towards the net from the blue line, but that's knocked down by Freeman. Puck back to center, where Pens will play it. 6:25 to go, 5-4 Hat-Tricks. Contrado tried to get it to Cutting, but he missed. Danbury throws it back into the Delaware zone. Crowd getting back into this one. Thunder Pack leading the chance. Let's go Thunder. Bryce Litke to Evgeny Demin, who just scored his 6th goal of the season to make this a 1-goal contest. But he loses the puck, and Aaron Atwell is able to play it ahead. Koshik off the glove of Johnny Ruiz, who plays it at the red line, and it'll just fire it all the way in behind Aaron Taylor. Taylor plays it ahead. Weird bounce off the corner boards, and it comes to Taylor Cutting. Cutter through the neutral zone. Not quite sure what happened there, but he was hoping for Contrado. Brandon thought he was going to carry the puck. And then it nearly turned into a break for Ruiz. And we almost got beheaded with a broken stick. Puck's loose in the corner. They'll fight for it there. Bonnell with Demin. Brown at the blue line is able to keep it in. Puck's loose along the far wall. Corey Anderson gets to it first, and he'll just play it back behind. 5:15 to go in the third.
Yeah, and Delaware needs to keep their wits here. Down a goal, and you hate to beat a dead horse, but 4-4.
Listmeyer will play it for Danbury behind their own net. Kieran Devine, though, pressures him, and the puck comes loose. Kalinin in the corner with Corey Anderson. He gets worked off the puck nicely by Corey, who will carry ahead for the Hat-Tricks, and he'll just fire it in deep. Taylor backhands giveaway. Oh, man, that could have been disastrous shot. Saved by Taylor, knocked down in front by Litke, and now here come the Thunder the other way. Municello working through some Danbury defensemen. Wide angle shot goes high and off the far wall and back to center, but that was nearly disastrous by Aaron Taylor. Now that puck gets deflected out of play past the Danbury bench. I mean, I'm all for keeping the play going as a goaltender, but whew, Aaron Taylor nearly gave away what would have been probably a back-breaking goal there.
Yeah, that would have ended this one, as we see here. It's going to be a good finish to this last 4:33.
Yeah, I think there was some confusion as to who deflected that puck out of play. It went off a Delaware stick, so they'll face it off at center ice. Ryan Marker wins another face-off. Charlie Pens will play it for the Thunder. Cristofaro plays it through center. Eric Masters gloves that down and walks into the Danbury zone. Municello fanned on the one-timer, and the puck just slid right into the catching mitt of Dylan Kelly as he'll cover up for another face-off.
Well, you look at this, and what turned this game around, you ask? I'm going to say that Jordan Clark fight.
I would agree.
He stands up for Brennan Young. Brennan Young, not a fighter on this team, more of a skill guy. Takes a big hit, finds a way to fight who looked like Dearson didn't want to fight, but Clark gets him to drop him.
Yep.
I would say it was a stalemate to fight. Dearson had a great fight as well.
Absolutely.
And then now we're at 5-4.
Patrick Tundle, Evgeny Demin have found the net for the Thunder in this period. Municello with a turnaround shot that goes well wide. Marker just backhands it into the corner. Shinkarick gives it away in the slot. Shot saved by Dylan Kelly on Eric Masters on a beautiful pass from Municello. Man, that play was great on all sides. The pass, the shot, the pad save and cover by Dylan Kelly. Stellar.
That's the save of the night right now. No two ways around it. 4 minutes to go. Eric Masters, point blank. He reaches out the left pad and makes a phenomenal save.
4:01 to go. Demin and Ruiz on the draw. Another win by the Thunder. Litke's shot goes wide, and Kelly's going to cover that one up for another face-off. This one will come to his left.
Well, here we go. This is going to be a push from the Thunder right now. 4 minutes left. It seems like you might see a little fatigue from this Hat-Tricks team now. So tomorrow night will be interesting. We'll see where their legs are at. Obviously, they'll rest up definitely most of the day tomorrow here in Harrington.
Demin and Ruiz again on the draw. Demin gets it back to Litke. Litke will play it around behind. Patrick Tundle gets there. He beat Freeman to the puck. He'll work it into the corner with Kalinin. tries to reverse, but Tuma comes away with it, and he's able to play it ahead to Dearson. Dearson just pitches it through center. Bryce Litkey's able to get it back the other way. Bonnell tracks it down for Danbury.
It's a heck of a play by Litkey. Smart one, too.
He's had a really good game tonight. Outlet pass too far for Dearson. This is going to go all the way down and be an icing. So we'll get another face-off in front of Dylan Kelly.
Yep, and more importantly, the tired line of Ruiz, Freeman, Dearson, and Kasich have to stay out.
Face-off will come to Kelly's right. The Thunder will make a change. They'll go McIntosh, Contrado, and Cutting. They'll send Litkey off and put Marker on the point here. McIntosh wins the draw. Cutting plays it into the corner, but Johnny Ruiz gets there first. His pass goes through Freeman. Contrado's able to play it back the other way. McIntosh behind the net. Plays it off the wall, but Devine had left the point, and it comes back to center. Ryan Marker quickly back to Contrado. He'll wind and fire off the shoulder of Kelly, but he's able to knock it down, and then Brown clears McIntosh away from his goaltender with 3:06 to go.
McIntosh nowhere near the size of Brown, but he's not scared. We've seen him go with anybody. I believe it was Brown who he fought back in Danbury a couple weeks ago.
Really?
I believe so, yes.
Well, I know Evan McIntosh is not really afraid of anything, but you talk about a mismatch.
Not necessarily maybe one of his smartest decisions, but he went with it.
Yeah, not sure why they're coming to this circle, but that was the decision. McIntosh, Corey Anderson on the draw. Devine at the blue line. He'll play it in behind the net. Goes all the way around. Contrado looked to beat Brown in the corner. It's in their skates now as Corey Anderson and McIntosh will whack away at it, try to get it loose. Brown just holding it up. Puck still loose along the wall. Finally, it comes free, and it's Gavrik who will carry out for Danbury. And watch out, here they come. Koshik has to stop, though. Anderson tried to get it back to the middle to Gavrik. Instead, it's Contrado. Contrado just a bit too far for Taylor Cutting, and Freeman's able to clear. Now they would have been offside if Contrado plays that, so it's a free out for Anderson. He gets it ahead to Gavrik. Gavrik in the circle, walks into the slot, puck's in his skates, still loose in front. Save Aaron Taylor, and now Contrado clears it away. That is the save of the night for Taylor. Cutting now across the blue line. Backhand pass for Marker. Nice play, Koshik, to strip him of the puck there. 2:15 to go. Here's Levesque. Quick shot. That goes high and wide and over the net. Evgeny Demin will walk it back behind his own net. Charlie Pence plays it further. Looking for Marker along the far wall, and he gets him. Marker back to Pence. Clears it to Tundle. Touch pass ahead to Demin. Demin across the blue line. Looking to skate around Brown. Now he stops. Pivots. Holds. And hands off to Contrado, who walks into the circle. His shot blocked away by Atwell. Back to Contrado. He'll backhand it behind the net. Demin looking to win a race with Brown. Brown holds him off, though, as the puck is now working along the wall in the corner. Patrick Tundle now fighting for it. But the puck comes loose. Tundle gets to it. In the circle, shot save! Dylan Kelly, it snuck through his arm, but got back into the corner behind the net, where Brown and Anton Kalinin are now fighting for it. Tundle again gets into the fray. Demin now whacking away with it, trying to get it loose in the corner there. Finally, it comes free. Kalinin's got it. Anton Kalinin walks in the circle. Quick shot and a blocker save by Dylan Kelly. We're down to 1:15 to go, and now here comes Levesque the other way. Penn's looking to chase him down, and he does. Puck comes loose, but again, Aaron Taylor gives it away at the side of the net, and Levesque gets another chance. Levesque holding in the corner. We're down to a minute to play in the third period. Thunder trail by 1. Still loose as Levesque does a great job continuing to hold that puck for Danbury, as the Thunder desperately need a clear to try to get Aaron Taylor out of the pipes and get an extra skater on the bench.
Here he comes.
Municello to Marker. Marker just lofts one in behind the net. McIntosh gets there first. He chips it to Kalinin. Back into the corner, it's Municello. 35 seconds to go. Marker behind the net. It's loose at the side of the net, and Kelly will cover up. And we're going to get a face-off with 33.7 to go.
Wow. Probably going to see a timeout from Delaware. Yes, we get that. And you still see a one-goal game here, and it all goes back to that goal back way in period number 1. That really is the difference in this game. I know there were 4 other ones. I understand that. Don't get me wrong. But it's still a difference maker right now.
Without question. There's no arguing the fact that it was not a goal. You can look at it 100 times, and you'll see it. Hits the post, bounces off, doesn't go in. But, and again, I'm not talking about moral victories here. The Thunder have dominated the play of the last 7 minutes.
They have.
And you called it. The fight between Jordan Clark and Dearson turned the tide here. Got the crowd back involved, and the Patrick Tundle goal, and then of Danny Demon getting on the board. And from that point on, the Thunder have applied the pressure. A couple of chances for Danbury at the other end, almost self-inflicted by Aaron Taylor. But here we go, 33 seconds to go, 6-on-5. Demon on the draw with Shinkaruk. That's a Danbury win initially, but then DeCristofaro's pass bounces off of a hat trick. Bronner's shot goes wide. 24 seconds to go. Tundle to Demon. One last rush here for the Thunder. Marker at the red line. He'll just play it in behind the net. 15 seconds to go. Kelly plays it along the wall. Gets through Kalinin, but then he loses to Marker. It's loose in the corner. 5 seconds to go. Demon behind the net. Throws one into the slot. Nobody home, and now we get a whistle as the net came off its moorings. That's a huge break for Delaware because they're going to get one last chance here with 3.3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they are. As the couple extra seconds ran off, we'll see if we get those put back on the clock. I don't believe so. We could see.
The faceoff will come to the right of Kelly. Actually, to the left of Kelly. And the Thunder will have a chance to set up for one play. Demon will be on the draw. Kalinin just outside of the circle. Marker as well. I imagine they're going to try to win this one to Marker for a quick one-timer. And now we get a false start on the face-off. They're going to throw Shinkaruk out of the draw.
Everybody could get thrown. Everybody jumped.
Bronner will now take it for Danbury. Face-off win to Marker. His shot, though, goes off the toe of his stick and out of play. Levesque might even have gotten a piece of that.
Looked like it went straight up and out of play there. Great defensive play by Levesque to get his stick in the shooting lane.
Yeah, because that's exactly what the Thunder wanted. A clean win by Demon onto the stick of Marker. They'll try it one more time. This time a bit of a stalemate. Quick shot from Municello is blocked in front. That's a great block by Stevie Brown, and I think he's paying the price for it a bit right now as he's slow to get up. But that's going to take us to the end. Final score, Danbury 5, the Thunder 4. And that's what the Thunder are going to be thinking about as they leave the ice tonight, is that goal shouldn't have counted, and they're going to feel like they should be going to overtime. That's a heck of a gritty effort, though, by this team. Again, I'm not trying to talk about moral victories, but you mentioned resiliency in the pregame about why the Thunder have been playing better of late. They showed that in the third period tonight.
You're right, yep, and they still salute the home crowd. The Hat-Tricks will be going away with a win. Another good win for the Danbury Hat-Tricks, who improved to 6 wins in a row now, still staying the hottest team in the league. And no one is arguing that it was a goal. It was counted a goal. The ref said it's a goal. I understand it's a goal, but the puck has to cross that red line to be a goal. It never did there on that one. But the Hat-Tricks, the recipient of the call, and they come away with a 5-4 win tonight.
Well, it should be a very interesting rematch tomorrow night. If you watched it with us here on YouTube tonight, come and see it in person tomorrow night. Join this crowd. If you missed our Meet the Fans segment between the first and second period, we met Steve and Sherry Porter from Dover, and Steve mentioned the fact that he loves the energy in this building, and it was certainly on full display tonight. So don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock face-off, Hat-Tricks back here at the Thunderdome. You can go online, get your tickets now, DelawareThunder.com, or you can get them right at the door as well. But, man, the way the crowds have been the last couple of weeks, I don't know if I would take the chance. Go ahead and get them online.
Yeah, you better get them online. You definitely better.
Any final thoughts before we say goodbye tonight?
Well, tomorrow should be very interesting. We should be in for a good contest. I mean, these two teams are pretty even, I would say. Again here, a 5-4, a one-goal game once again, just like that Saturday night game in Danbury. But Danbury just seems to have that little edge over the Thunder, whether it's one better defensive play, one better shot on net, and that's the difference in a couple games against these two teams.
Well, and I'll leave you with this thought. Give a ton of credit to Dylan Kelly, who was phenomenal during that flurry of the last 5 minutes, because there were multiple really good chances for the Thunder, and Kelly stood tall and didn't give up that big rebound that could have turned into the tying goal, and stood on his head a few times. So I give Dylan Kelly a ton of credit. And, man, I'll tell you what, you mentioned it in the first period. That line of Kalinin, Demon, Patrick Tundle, They were great tonight, and they are only going to continue to get better. I think there are bright days ahead for this Delaware Thunder team. The problem is you're getting closer to the midway point of the season where you're running out of time to sort of turn this tide. They're going to have to do it tomorrow night, and I can't wait to see if they can.
Yes, tomorrow night they got to come away with a win. No two ways about it. Stats statistically proven this is a better team on Saturday night. It shows.
It's a good
so
point.
We'll see.
Hopefully you'll join us whether here in person or right here on YouTube. 7:05 face-off tomorrow night. Again, get your tickets at DelawareThunder.com. For Mike Basile, my name's Gary Schofield. For Sue and the rest of the staff that make this broadcast possible, we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night live from Thunderdome. Final score once again, Danbury 5, the Delaware Thunder 4.